There we go. Finally got it all set up here. Good evening. I'm George Herbig, Chief Forecaster, here with Weather Now, Kentucky. And we do have kind of our first warning of this main line here as it's starting to get going over here toward the western portions of the state. Let me get this all set up here. Of course, as you're coming into the broadcast, if you would not mind, tap the share button at the bottom portion of your screen here as this line kind of wakes up and gets going into western and central Kentucky here eventually as well. Want to make sure we're sharing the broadcast out so as many people as possible can view it and get up to date on what to expect here. I'm going to turn off those watches for a second. Okay, we do have a warning now issued for near the Henderson area in northwest Kentucky for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. I was kind of watching this one for a little bit here. Not only watching that, but kind of this segment towards Sturgis and then back out here toward Golconda are a couple of areas that we're watching kind of intently here. We're also watching these cells just to the west of Kentucky. Now, a lot of rain has kind of exploded over western Kentucky now that the cap has finally broken. So the reason we didn't see those supercells earlier that could have happened, I said we might see 1 to 3 supercells out there western Kentucky if we were watching the broadcast earlier. That's kind of what we mentioned. The reason that didn't happen is because about 3 to 4 miles above our heads, there was a pocket of warm air that was slightly warmer than the layer below it. And when that occurs, it pretty much stops, especially when it was as strong as it was, it pretty much stops storms from rooting and growing. And it kind of just needed to wait until a little bit later into the night for those temperatures to cool down, one. And number two, for something to force that cap to be broken, which is basically, what we're dealing with now with this cold front and the way that this line of storms is along that front. Now that those two things have arrived, storms are pretty much exploding across Kentucky and down toward Tennessee. And any one of these blips that we're seeing right now, except with the exception of eastern Kentucky, any one of these blips that we're watching kind of grow right now can all produce a hail and damaging wind threat. Tornado threat would be quite low with these. These would all be pretty elevated storms, which elevated storms typically lean toward hail and damaging winds. So any one of these blips that are kind of out in this space alone, typically, you would think more supercellular, but these would be elevated thunderstorm cells. So again, we're talking about more of a hail and damaging wind threat with those. Make sure you guys can see me. Okay, yeah, we're all good. Thank you to everyone again for sharing the broadcast, liking the broadcast, all the new followers and subscribers. You guys went crazy on the last broadcast. I hope you do the same thing this time because, again, sharing is the number one way you can support us, and it also helps us to spread our information out and get more folks informed on what to expect here. Someone's already sending stars over there on Facebook. Roberta, thank you for your 200 stars. I appreciate you a ton. I see all kinds of shares coming through now. Thank you guys for sharing the broadcast out over there on the book. We are live on both YouTube and Facebook as always. So if you don't want to watch us on your phone, you can always throw us up on the YouTube app on your TV. And there's that severe warning. I told you we were watching that Sturgis area. Now we do have a severe warning. And there's a third one. I told you guys it was going to be fast. It was all a matter of time on when it woke up. It wasn't a matter of if. It was a matter of time when the storm line woke up. Now, I can't guarantee it's going to continue on like this, but you just saw 2 warnings come out back-to-back there, and that third warning came out only 4 minutes ago. So, again, it's waking up pretty quickly out here in northwestern Kentucky, where we now have 3 severe thunderstorm warnings. This one towards Sturgis and Morganfield does have a tornado possible tag on it. Again, we were watching it. I have been watching it for quite some time. By the way, I just kind of saw that out of the corner of my eye there. Oh, great. My Facebook's chat's not working for me, so I can't see it. Nice. I love when stuff doesn't work. Let me go ahead and pull it up on my phone because, of course, Facebook has to be funny. Okay, there we go. Now I have it up just in case it goes down again. Roberta, thank you for your 50 stars while I'm looking at that. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. But again, here we go with this line of storms. I want to make sure I have my preview up here. I just want to take a real quick glance in toward this area where there is some rotation trying to be picked up by the WeatherWise AI. There's a little bit there. So the difference here with this line of storms, these will likely be damaging wind and large hail dominant. But if we do see a tornado somehow spit out of this, which is absolutely possible, it can be strong to potentially significant. The reason for that is there is still so much wind shear that's happening above our heads. The jet stream above our heads is absolutely rocking they're also still going in different directions. So at the ground, you see most storms moving west to east, maybe a little bit west to southeast. And above our heads, they're moving, I believe, southwest to northeast and then south to north. I believe the last time I checked. I'll have to check that. Actually, I'm going to check it real quick anyway because I want to know. So, yeah, you see those wind barbs. They're moving south, bottom left to top right. They're moving southwest to northeast, right? And then up all the way up about 5 miles above our heads and moving straight west to east. So west to east, southwest to east, and then at the ground, south to north, and then the storm motion is west to east. Okay. So, yeah, we still have unidirectional wind shear, which, again, can support tornadic activity. So we're kind of keeping an eye on that still. By the way, do you guys like the new stream kind of pop-ups there and all the alert pop-ups and the descriptions? I think they're pretty cool. I know it can be a little much at times, so we're trying to practice with kind of the limits for it and everything. So again, if you're just now hopping on here with us, welcome back in here for part 2. This is the main line now entering northwestern and western Kentucky here. And we do have 3 severe warnings already popping off with these, mainly for 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-sized hail. We do expect that as they enter Kentucky, the storm line will kind of wake back up once again. It did go to sleep there for a little bit towards southern Illinois and eastern Missouri. Well, eastern Missouri, it was really rocking, but southern Illinois kind of fell asleep there for a little bit, mainly because Illinois just got worked over today. There were so many storm systems that went through Illinois today, it's not even funny. A matter of fact, just north of the river into Indiana, look at how messy it is. But the storm line is still being able to become severe. As a matter of fact, I think just a little bit ago, before we went live, there were 4 tornado warnings at the same time in southern Indiana. So I'm guessing that the storm line that came through a few hours ago in northern Kentucky, where we actually did get a tornado warning toward LaGrange, did not work over the environment like we thought it would. But we're going to keep an eye on that. So Henderson, Corydon, Kentucky, Morganfield, Sturgis, over here toward Cave in Rock. What a name for that city there. Again, 3 severe warned areas here. Take a look at the velocity scans just once again, where we do have a little something trying to show up here. Let's see where that's at relative to the storm. There is a little bit of a bow out there. This does have a tornado possible tag already on it. So again, this is just for Morganfield, around the Morganfield area right now. Little bit of a bow out trying to happen with it. At the very least, there's some very decent wind gusts happening toward Waverly, Kentucky. Not to be confused in the Waverly in Louisville. Let's check the, what am I looking for here? This. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is come over here to composite. Severe thunderstorm watch was just issued. Thank you, Spark, for letting me know that. I'm assuming it's for this area and it just hasn't updated yet. I'm going to guess this severe thunderstorm watch is probably being replaced, which we did say about 40 minutes ago that we thought a tornado watch was going to come out for central Kentucky. So looks like we're getting back on things here. Wow, that line looks incredibly strong across southern Indiana right now. Let's go ahead and refresh this. Where did that warning come out for? Okay, now it's being updated. Wait a second. Sometimes WeatherWise likes to take its pretty sweet time. Where did that watch get issued for? I don't see a watch out. Or did they just update the watch? Did you see the tornado in Arkansas? I did, yes. Yes. Did they just update the watch or something? I think they just updated it because I don't see it extended yet. Although I'm sure it will be soon. If you take a look at this discussion here, you can see where it's probably going to be expanded into south central Kentucky. Okay, I'm turning back off that watch area. I hate the color yellow. And we're going to turn back off I'll check back in on that in a minute. Thank you, Patrick, for your 20 stars. I appreciate you. I see all of your all's questions. Let's get the broadcast going here, and then we'll get to some questions. Okay. I see all of your all's questions, and I appreciate them. Let's get everything going here. We got a long night. The storms are just now entering Western Kentucky. By the way, up there in Northern Kentucky, hey, you folks up there, this line is still severe as it's approaching your area. I can't believe it is. I can't believe it is because you've had so much rain. You still have so much rain in front of you, but this line is somehow still holding on to its 60-mile-per-hour wind gust threat. That just shows you the amount of wind power there is tonight. Guys, I've got to be honest with you. I can't explain to you how lucky Western Kentucky got tonight with the fact that there was no supercells that developed. That environment in Western, I mean, look at it right here. Even as of this hour, look at the violent tornado parameter and how it's lit up over Western Kentucky. And earlier, it was even more over Western Kentucky. Look, there was a 10 toward Murray and Hopkinsville. I mean, it's a little bit lower now, but those purples are quite high numbers. I can't explain to you folks out there toward Paducah, Murray, Mayfield, Hopkinsville. I mean, you guys have had to deal with a lot over the last few years. You got lucky with one tonight. I'm telling you, if you had something, anything root in that environment between 6 p.m. to about an hour ago, it would have been violent. Not a doubt in my mind. It would have been violent. Now, this storm line can still be quite significant as it comes through. But, man, that far west Kentucky area, and they deserve a break. You know, this corner here has been through plenty over the last half a decade. Just please consider yourselves lucky tonight because that environment over Western Kentucky was brutal. I want to check the StormNet AI just to see here. Yeah, the StormNet AI is still picking up on a tornado threat as well. But I bet you it's more so picking up on a damaging wind threat. And there it is, yeah. Wow, especially as we go forward. Look at the damaging wind threat just lights up from Louisville through E-Town, through Bowling Green, through Murray, down into northwest Tennessee. Just lights up that damaging wind threat. What? Just taking a little peek over here. I don't really see any rotation or anything right now, so that's good news. There's definitely a nice pocket of wind about to move in toward Cave in Rock and Weston and far west Kentucky. We've got a little cell here toward Murray we got to keep an eye on. This little baby cell here. We're going to watch that a little bit closer because unlike these cells over here toward central Tennessee and central Kentucky, these cells, if anything pops up in Western Kentucky, it could still be a supercellular cell. So we have to keep an eye on that. A supercellular cell. Wow, saying that fast 3 times. Every storm always underperforms. You gotta love people sometimes. All right, checking some of the comments now. Thank you again for all the shares on the broadcast. I appreciate you guys a ton. Thank you for sharing the broadcast out. Again, that's the number one way you can support us. It's not money, I promise you. Just share the broadcast. That helps more than you could ever imagine. So thank you for all the shares, the likes, and everything like that. I appreciate you guys. Chris, thank you for your 20 stars. I appreciate that on Facebook. Patrick, thank you for your 20 stars as well. Hazard, Kentucky, I have no concern at all for Eastern Kentucky. Grayson County and Litchfield. Got to keep an eye on this line as it comes through closer to your area in about an hour and a half or so. I need to know about Bowling Green. It's the same risk as everyone else in the state. Probably be in your area in about 2 hours-ish. I see a lot of questions asking about timing. Yo, Jay Dixon over there on YouTube, thank you for becoming a supporter of the channel. Enjoy no ads on the broadcast. I see a lot of people asking about timing, so let's do a little timing chart here, shall we? Let's do a little timing chart here. If you don't know where you're at on the map, it's a good time to learn it because I'm going to do a little timing chart here instead of going through every single question about timing. Okay, let's do a different color here that's not on the radar. Let's go with like a blue. Give us a little wintry theme here, which a lot of you are going to feel over the next few weeks or week and a half or so. Gosh, sorry. I am so tired. Now my lines are not going to be perfect, so don't ridicule me here. But this is obviously going to be within the next hour right here on that portion of the line. So we'll call that now through about, let's call it 1:45. And again, all times are going to be Eastern. So if you're in Central Time, take an hour off. And this is just going to be for the main line, by the way. This is not going to be for any cells that may pop up before then. That's kind of just the nature of the game. This is just for the main line. So we'll call this between, let's say, 2 to 3. This is for arrival times, by the way, guys. And we'll call this, well, with the exception of Western Kentucky out there. What is that warning for in Owensboro? We'll call this like 3 to 4. This is for that main line. So again, this line here. These cells obviously over here in the bottom corner, you can't see them off the screen, but there's some cells out here. Those will scoot across like toward southern Mayfield or southern Graves County toward Murray. That may be there a little bit quicker. But this is just for a general time frame for the main line. So please, if you don't know where you're at on the map, figure it out because this will help you a lot. Sarah, thank you for the $2 super chat on YouTube. I appreciate that. I mean, Owensboro is kicking up there. Yeah, Northern Daviess County is about to be rolling through that severe warning. Looks like about 60-mile-per-hour winds. I'm about to check on it here in a second. Again, still see a lot of people asking about times. Guys, the times are literally on your screen. Just take a second. Look at the screen, my friends. I know it's probably hard to read, but you could still surely make it out. Again, these are kind of arrival times of storms. So this first line here, wow, we're really starting to see these warnings pop off now. This first line here is anytime between now and 1:45. This line down here is about 2 to 3. Although, again, some of these cells are starting to move faster. So, again, these are general time frames. Don't kill me if they're not 100% accurate. But, again, some of the portions of this line are starting to really take off here. So I might have to speed this up a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna take off the times now just because I want to look at the radar because the radar is really lighting up. So hopefully you guys got to see that. We'll come back to it later on. Also, I know at the bottom of the screen, some of those counties that are listed as counties of Kentucky are not real. The graphics guy is working on that. We're trying to figure out what the problem is with that. All right, let's take a look here and see what we got going on because we got storms waking up here. We've got storms waking up in that northwest corner of the state. Is that a part of the same line there? Wow, they put that warning out way in advance. I like that. So we've got warnings now just north of Owensboro towards Spotsville, Henderson, Morganfield, Seabury, Dixon, Providence, Marion, not the county, but the city in northwestern Kentucky. Mainly going to be for damaging winds and quarter-sized hail for a lot of these. There are 2 of these warnings with tornado possible tags on them as well. A lot of stars coming through. Thank you guys very much. I appreciate that. Trey, thank you for your 99 stars. Jessica, thank you for your 20 stars. I appreciate that. Devin, thank you for your 99 stars. And Brittany, thank you for your 99 stars as well. Charles, thank you for the $7 super chat over there on YouTube. Says, thank you, George. Have a fish sandwich on me. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, my friend. want to check the projected hail size on these with the MRMS radar. I need my brain to wake back up here. I need to get back into the zone here. My brain is so foggy right now. I wonder if they're going to issue that watch or not. Patrick, thank you for your 80 stars. Peyton, thank you for your 99 stars. I appreciate that. Sarah, thank you for your 20 stars. If I didn't already mention that, thank you. I'm just looking over here to see if they're going to issue that watch or not. I don't see anything about it yet. Is Northern Kentucky in danger? Is loud outside? Some rowdy winds may be pushing through with some of those storms. Again, lots of lightning with these storms today, folks, or tonight, I guess I should say. I love how quickly NWS Paducah always trims off the backside of these warnings. It will never make sense to me to leave an area in a warning that doesn't need to be warned anymore. So I love when they just trim off the backside of those warnings. I'm trying to figure out what this gate's not acting correctly. Okay. Well, we're just going to leave it as it is. Okay. All right. Trey, thank you for your 75 stars. Trey with another 500 stars. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you again, guys, for all the shares and likes on the broadcast. I appreciate you. Yes, I still see no severe threat for Louisa, Kentucky. The threat for Berea is just isolated damaging wind gusts. Really not much of a threat there. We have been without power since 10:45 here in Falmouth. Radar looks like it's breaking up. Can we safely go to bed? Falmouth, is that up north? I mean, you still have some severe warnings out to your west, so I wouldn't say it's completely safe to go to bed. Unfortunately. Murray's still in that damaging wind and elevated tornado risk until this storm line passes you. Hopefully you get dry slided, though. Oh, did that watch finally go up? I don't see it yet. I keep checking for this watch to come out. How bad is Bowling Green going to get hit? Mainly a damaging wind and hail risk there. What are we thinking for Owensboro? Right now, you got a severe warning just to your north, so definitely that damaging wind threat is absolutely present. Yeah, I'll talk about tomorrow's storms in the morning. There's no sense in talking about it right now. Yes, and it showed on your screen. Oh, it looks like it's starting to update on the radar here. Let's see what's happening. There it goes. So my stream was faster than the radar on that warning, huh? I like that. I like that. Or on that watch, I mean. Okay, so you can see here, I clicked on the watch box here. Let me make sure. Yeah. Tornado odds are the lowest out of the three parameters here. Wind at 50% risk, hail 40% risk, tornado at a 20% risk. So that's good news there. I'm going to take a picture of this and post this out real quickly, guys, if you guys don't mind. And I feel pretty good about where they have the watch at. So at this point, I don't think that watch is getting expanded any further for anyone that might have been curious about that. Okay, I'm going to post this out real quickly. Give me 1 second. Here, let's do it over here. This is way easier. It's 12:42. That went for 3 hours, right? So I'm assuming it ends at 4 a.m. Goodness, this is going to be a long night, folks. All right. Let's go post this over here onto the book, and then we'll come back to the radar here and get some more of your questions going. Okay. So that new watch does go until about 4 a.m. I'm assuming is when that is. Let's see. Yeah, 4 a.m. Eastern time. And again, mainly for this main line here as it comes through these areas. Now, what you'll notice is over the next couple of hours, you should see this begin to weaken from north to south. So what I mean by that is you'll see this area start to weaken, and then this area, and then this area, and then this area eventually as it progresses to the south. All right, I'm turning these watches off. I can't stand looking at all these colors. If you guys want to go see it, it's on our pages. I can't stand looking at all those colors. It makes me get a headache. I think I'm just getting old. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 warnings now in northwestern and western Kentucky. The good news, I'm not really seeing any rotation with any of these, at least at the moment. Now, of course, that can pulse up and down, but I think most of these storms tonight are going to be elevated. So thankfully, I think the tornado threat is much lower at this point. I don't think it's zero, but I do think it's much lower than what it once was. The main tornado threat, as we mentioned on the broadcast this morning and earlier and yesterday and all the information we put out, the main tornado threat was if there was going to be supercells that popped up in front of the line. This line was always going to be mainly a damaging wind and hail risk with a lower tornado risk along with that. So just keep that in mind. This is not really the forecast changing. The only difference is we didn't really get any supercells pop up, which is a good thing. But now we have the main line to worry about as it comes through. What's the different radars? One is crazy over Louisville, one is weak over Louisville. Just depends on which range you're looking at it from. You always pick the radar that's closest to the city you're looking at. Audio keeps going out. It's got to be something on your end. I don't see any issues. Thank you guys again for all the shares and likes. I appreciate that. Someone said so. Can I go to bed in Lexington? I got to be quite honest with you. You just had a severe thunderstorm watch issued. You could take a nap if you like for a couple of hours, but again, you will have the possibility for severe weather later on this, overnight into the morning here. taking a look at this portion of the line towards Seabury continues to look like the portion, a portion of the line that could produce something a little spinny. It keeps wanting to kind of bow out a little bit. It's not quite gotten there yet, but we're keeping a real close eye on that bad boy. Let's see if any of these are rotating per MRMS. Yeah, it's that one portion of the line. So I've noticed this on local radars, and now I'm noticing it on MRMS, where this portion of the line continues to try and rotate. So yeah, we really need to pay attention closely to the Seabury area out here in western Kentucky as that storm line begins to kind of get closer to Calhoun and Livermore, just north of Madisonville. You're going to see the severe thunderstorm warning screen a lot. I'm going to turn that one off. We'll just have the actually, where's it at? Okay, here it is. We'll just leave the tornado warning one on because we're going to see a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings. I don't want you guys to keep getting blinded by the pop up there. Do you agree with the mesoscale discussion over South Central Kentucky? Yeah. ETA for Bowling Green probably between 2 to 3 a.m. Eastern time. Looks like this portion of the line toward Brandenburg starting to wake up a little bit as well. Maybe beginning to outflow, actually. Patrick, thank you for your... Let me put this over here real quick before I get into that. Actually, we'll just do that. Patrick, thank you for your 200 stars. I appreciate you, my friend. Susan, thank you for your 310 stars. Monica, thank you for your 99 stars. I appreciate that. Justin, thank you for the 1,000 stars, dude. I appreciate you, man. Steve, thank you for your 99 stars. Trey, thank you for your 75 stars. All right, I think I'm caught up now. Thank you guys again for all the likes and shares on the broadcast. We appreciate you guys a ton. Again, guys, if you're looking for forecasting information, please go look at our pages. I have spent the last 4 days making all kinds of forecast information for you guys. It is all over our Twitter and Facebook in any form that you could like it. A short form video, long form video, regular written post. It's all there. Caitlin, you know what a brief tornado means. It means a brief tornado. Don't let your anxiety get to you. There, and now that portion of the line that we were watching has now been tornado warned. So we do have a tornado warning now active for Seabury, Aunton, and Calhoun, as well as stretching toward Livermore there. Again, we've all been watching this portion of the line pretty closely here. It's been pretty close for a few scans now. And they did have that tornado possible tag on it. I think I agree with them switching to the tornado warning here, as this continues to try and produce a little bit of something spinny over here toward western Kentucky. Again, we do now have this tornado warning active for the western Kentucky portion of the area. And again, you see the little notch. I'll kind of zoom in and draw it for you here. You see the little notch out that's occurring. That's where some of that rotation can live. And again, if we switch over here to the MRMS radar and kind of show you, at the same time, this is now what I have on right now is rotation tracks instant. This is trying to show us where a storm might be rotating. The arrow's up here, but everything I'm looking at is kind of showing me little notches right here. So just kind of drawing kind of where that little notch is. Kind of draw right there. And then go over correlation coefficient. And then we'll come back down here. Where was I at? Oh, yes, here. Yeah, see, this is peeking up a little bit more toward the south. There might be a rear flank there. Yeah, so this absolutely could be something on the ground. If it were to be on the ground, it would be crossing over I-69 right now, heading more toward Aunton, and then Ashbyburg, and then toward Lemon, Poverty, and Calhoun eventually. So again, if you're just now hopping in here with us, we do have one tornado warning, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 severe thunderstorm warnings, as well as this line is really getting to the point where it's waking up now. And the reason for that is, again, and now it's crossing into Kentucky where there are some better wind ingredients active. Cassidy, thank you for your 99 stars. I really don't see much of a severe threat in Somerset tonight. Tony, thank you for your 200 stars. I appreciate you. Is it safe for Moorhead, Kentucky to go to bed? Yeah, most likely. Again, I really don't see much of a severe risk over there in eastern Kentucky. How about Carrollton? I really don't see much of a severe risk there for you. You've had way too much rainfall. Sirens are going off in Owensboro. Yeah, because the southern part of Daviess County is included in that warning, so the entire county of Daviess is going to be put, into that warning system. But it's just for the southern part of the county, more toward Utica and Panther in Daviess County. So actual central Owensboro is actually technically not included in any warning right now at any level. Good to go to bed in Henderson? Very soon, very soon. Can we go to bed in Mayfield? No. I mean, you can if you want. I'm not going to stop you. Is Louisville going to get crazy? Do you have a severe risk? Amber, thank you for your 20 stars. I appreciate that. Can we rest in Madisonville? No, you have a severe line with 6 warnings all around it approaching your area. Can Taylor kind of go to bed? No, there's no one getting an all clear right now, guys. Just a heads up. So if anyone's asking if they can go to bed, of course you can go to bed, but no one's getting an all clear right now. The only people that are getting all clears are East Kentucky, where we have maintained for 3 days now that there's really just no severe risk out there. That's it. But many of you that are asking are currently included in the watches. Madison, thank you for your 100 stars. I appreciate you, my friend. So if you're just now hopping on here with us, I want to reiterate, we do have that tornado warning active for Seabury, Aunton, Calhoun, and Livermore out there in western Kentucky, where it does appear there is some rotation ongoing, more centralized around Aunton, or however you say that. I would imagine there's a little bit of hail here as well. Yeah, a quarter-sized hail, according to the warning box. We do also have warnings. Don't want to forget about these other areas. We do also have warnings just to the north of Paducah into Berna and Salem, as well as Providence and Marion, Clay, Dixon, Sturgis, of course, Poole, Curdsville, and then heading up towards Spotsville and Stanley. I'm going to turn off these watches again for a little bit. By the way, if you want to see if you're in a watch or not, we already have that posted. I just can't stand all the colors. Speaking of which, I think it's time for the blue light glasses to come out. I meant to put them on before the stream started. Oh, that is so much better. If you guys don't have blue light glasses, you need to get some off of Amazon or whatever, wherever. Hey, really help with looking at screens. If you look at screens a lot, like your phone, or if you work at a desk or a computer, you need to get you some. Save your eyeballs. So again, we're still really focused on this Western Kentucky portion of the line right now. Yeah, we got another little kind of pulse out of the Boeing segment there, just to the south of Alton now, kind of where that circle is, just to the southeast-ish, more east-southeast, if you will. Where you just kind of see that little notch in. Again, just that little notch. That's where some of that rotation can live at. So again, that's kind of the area where you're really more so focused on inside of that warning box. And that is heading right toward kind of a medium city in Calhoun, and then eventually just to the north of Livermore unless it turns. So just kind of give you some more of a extra heads up here for the people inside of this purple or pink tornado warning box, whichever you want to call it. So it'll be Calhoun in about 10 minutes, Buell in about 15 minutes, Livermore in about 18 minutes, and Knuckles in about 19 minutes. So again, that's kind of the storm track there, courtesy of WeatherWise. Can you check in on Louisville? There's no severe warning there right now. So we're focused on the tornado warned area at the moment. Here goes the Facebook stream, not refreshing my chat for me again. Let's fix it again. Thank you guys again for all the shares, all the new followers. Welcome in. We appreciate you guys choosing us tonight. Thank you very much. And all the likes on the broadcast. Thank you very much for those as well. Louisville's in a severe thunderstorm watch right now, I believe. Sirens went off in Owensboro. Why? That's because the southern portion of Daviess County was included in a tornado warning, as it still is. Is there anything major happening in Seabury or Dixon? Yes, you're under a tornado warning right now. Is Calhoun Owensboro? No. Again, so in case some of you just woke up tonight and didn't realize how tornado sirens worked, because apparently, I mean, it's been the same for the last 100 years, is when one portion of a county is included in a warning, a tornado warning, the entire county's siren system goes off. So this guy Matthew in the YouTube chat really needs to take a Benadryl or something and go to bed. About how long until the storm passes Owensboro? I mean, you still have the main line to come through, so you still got a little bit. Lights are flickering in Madisonville. Thank you for the update out of Madisonville. Hopefully you don't lose power there. Let's do a little radar sweep here of all the areas. Right now, we do have some strong thunderstorms getting close to the Louisville metro area. Again, non-severe here at the moment, but you do have that severe thunderstorm watch, so we need to keep an eye on that area. And again, over here toward northern Kentucky, where we do have a severe warning now present for LaGrange, toward Newcastle, Eminence, Campbellsburg, just north of Shelbyville. This is for 60-mile-per-hour winds, a very small pea-sized tail involved with that, so this is mainly just a wind maker here. And then up here for far northern Kentucky, still just a bunch of thunder showers at this point here. Maybe a little burst of winds on this backside, but right now looks non-severe at the moment. So again, we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 severe warnings going on right now. As the storm line is starting to get across the Ohio River for some of you in central Kentucky, has been across the Ohio River for those of you in western Kentucky, and is really getting across the Ohio River up here toward northern portions of Kentucky as well. That severe warning over there for northern Kentucky, just to the west there, has been canceled. So, again, points to the fact that for you folks in northern Kentucky, I think your environment is just way too worked over. You've had way too many hours of rainfall at this point. So, again, we're kind of focusing in on the areas that may have a real impact. Zachary, thank you for becoming a supporter on YouTube. Enjoy, or a member, whatever you want to call it. Thank you for that, and enjoy the no ads on the broadcast. When will it hit Scottsville? Probably would be a couple more hours. Papa T2, thank you for the update out of your area. Man, my Facebook chat is just not working for whatever reason. Let me look on my phone. So Bowling Green is good. No. If you see me looking down at my phone, I'm looking at the Facebook chat because my Facebook chat on the PC is not working. Lacey, thank you for your 50 stars. I appreciate that. Do we think Russellville will have a big impact? You are under a severe watch until 4 a.m. Eastern time there, mainly for damaging winds and hail. Patrick, thank you for your 500 stars, my friend. I appreciate that. Yeah, I really don't see much of a severe risk for Somerset area. You're good to go. Don't see a severe risk in Ashland, Kentucky either. I'm not really sure where Arlington, Kentucky is, unless that's the northern portion of the state. Again, if you know you live in a small town or a smaller city, please give me a bigger city or county near you. Muhlenberg County, those storms are approaching you here very rapidly, so make sure you keep an eye on those. Damaging winds being the main threat. Is Madisonville good? No, you are under severe thunderstorm warning for 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-sized hail there. Can you talk about the new severe thunderstorm warning for us in Hopkins County? Yeah, that's for 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-sized hail. I'll take a look at it on the radar here in just a second, catching up on some questions. Hazard, Kentucky, no real severe risk. Meade County, that line is in your area now. Likely producing some gusty winds and some loud thunderstorms, but non-severe at the moment. Bardstown, be in your area in about an hour and 15 minutes or so. Damaging winds being the main risk. Tornado chances for Breckenridge County, I think it's 2%. Louisa, Kentucky, no severe risk there. Whitley City, no real severe risk there either. I mean, you're close to that severe thunderstorm watch box. You might even be in it, but I think storms will be much weaker by the time they get there. Lexi, thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate you. Miss you guys. Does the storm look like it will die down before it hits Mumfordville? It will weaken slightly, but still poses a severe risk there. Radcliffe, you got about an hour or so. Damaging winds being the main risk. Glasgow, you got about 2 hours or so. Damaging winds being the main risk. Harlan County, no real severe risk there. Brandenburg, currently non-severe there as that storm line's entering your area. Okay. I caught up on a lot of the Facebook questions. Let's take a break from that for just a moment. We got an extension of this tornado warning now that's going to be more for the Hartford area. So it looks like it's on the southern side of this kind of line here. Let's take a look at the radar here. Which radar am I on? There we go. Yeah, I would say that's spinning. And here comes WeatherWise's Tornado AI also picking up on this as well. This is likely something on the ground at this point. I feel a little bit more confident in it. Just to the south of Calhoun by literally maybe a mile or two. Heading right for the city of Livermore. So if you're in Livermore, you got about 5 to 7 minutes till it gets to your location. This is probably something on the ground at this point, if I had to guess here. I mean, you've got the AI also trying to pick up on this as well. This is WeatherWise's new tornado detection AI. It's in beta right now. I know we'd all hate AI. Okay, I get it. Cool, great. It's helping to save lives, so we're going to root for it tonight. Again, so that's their new tornado AI detection system that they're trying out. The main concerning thing that I see here, right? So here is the hell core all the way back here, right? The hell core is to the back, but we know that the line is well in front of it, and the rotation that's with it is also well in front of it. So again, now this is telling me that this line is probably more surface-based. So that gives me a little bit more confidence that this is likely something spinning on the ground. Whether it's touching the ground or not, we have no idea, right? I'm not there. Most of you aren't there. We can't see it. But from the radar, this absolutely looks like something that is rotating, that could potentially be hitting the ground right now out western Kentucky, just a hair to the south of Calhoun, heading more toward that Livermore area. Again, next up in the warning would be Hartford and Beaver Dam. If this continues on and heads up Grayson County, If this continues on in about 45 minutes to an hour or so, it'll be approaching your neck of the woods there. I will just kind of take a look in here to southwestern Kentucky just to make sure nothing crazy is happening here. I see an outflow boundary there, which tells me that these storms are mainly going to be damaging winds. Yeah, I see no real rotation at all for Dawson Springs, Madisonville, Arlington, Nortonville, these areas out here in western Kentucky. Again, I really don't see much of a rotation there at all. This looks like a classic straight line wind portion of the storm line at the moment. I'll come back to this portion of the line every once in a while just to check in, but again, that looks like a classic, a nice little outflow boundary there, producing mainly damaging winds. Up here for northern Kentucky, let's go ahead and take a look over here. Didn't forget about you guys, so don't yell at me. Owenton, Monterey, Williamstown, Glencoe, Sanders, Worthville, Campbellsburg. 60-mile-per-hour winds are the main threat on both of these storm tags up here. Again, this is for Owenton, Dry Ridge, Williamstown, Monterey, Eminence. Let's take a look at the velocity here. Yeah, I see no rotation at all. This is another classic straight line wind damage kind of signature on those cells. So look at the difference here. If I come down here toward Calhoun, go back to this radar here. You see how we have this notch out and then the green inside of this? That's what you're looking for when you're talking about a QLCS tornado, which is a quasi-linear convective system, fancy way of saying a line of storms. And usually with those, you get more of your messy radar signatures when it comes to velocity. So this is kind of what you're looking for when you're looking for rotation in the middle of one of these lines, is a signature like this. So again, this is definitely, I have a big feeling this is probably a rain-wrapped tornado. Again, I can't confirm it. Obviously, I'm not there. But this is about as clear as it gets for a QLCS. It's probably not anything super strong or violent. But nonetheless, it is definitely a rotation signature that's pretty prominent for a quasi-linear convective system. So again, just a heads up toward for just east of Calhoun, heading toward Livermore and Island and Knuckles. These areas would be the next up: Buell, Simuway, and then after that would be Hartford, Beaver Dam, and Rosine, if that continues on there. The AI is giving us another detection that there may be something happening over here toward Brandenburg, which we do have a little bit of a notch right there. I don't really see a whole lot. It is super close to this radar, though. So a lot of times it gets really hairy when the storms get really close to the radar. It gets really to the point where it's really hard to see the storms itself. Yeah, I'm not seeing a whole lot at the moment, but the radar was trying to pick up on that, so that's kind of interesting. Toward Brandenburg, it's also picking up on a different one over here toward Whitesville. Let's take a look at that. Maybe a little something happening there. Nah, not really. Nah. Okay. Let's put that there like that. Get to a few more of your questions now. Let's do YouTube this time. Is Henderson good? Yes. So once this line passes you should be pretty good to go. Are we cooked in Owensboro? That main line's almost past you. You're almost made it through there. You'll be fine. Is Scottsville in any risk? Yes, you're under a severe thunderstorm watch until 4 a.m. Eastern time. Yeah, Sean, it'll continue to move east as the front moves east. So it's going east-southeast. That's correct. The storms are going east-southeast. Warning sirens in Owensboro. That's because of that tornado warning just to your south. Dustin, thank you for your $20 donation on PayPal. Appreciate you, my friend. You don't have to do that, but thank you very much. Going to help with the diapers, man. I feel like even the formula went up about $3 a can over last month. It's expensive having a baby nowadays. How about Livermore? Currently in that tornado warning. Should be getting very close to your area at this point. Any reports in Owensboro? No, not at the moment. Not that I've seen. Moorhead and Mount Sterling. Again, I have really no real severe concerns for that area. Yeah. Whoever said they were in Nancy and Somerset, I still don't see much of a severe risk for you. Wind just showed up in Owensboro. Thank you very much. Do I think the trend warning is heading toward Bowling Green? No, this would go probably just north of you, if it even continues on that far. Yes, this is radar indicated. Fairy Girl, thank you very much. I appreciate that over there on YouTube. Starting to hear the wind in Monterey. Thank you for the update there. In your opinion, do you think the storms in Jackson, Kentucky will stay below severe level? They absolutely will. Your daughter drinks hypoallergenic formula at $77 a can. Holy, you know what? $77 a can to feed your kids, insane. That, I guess, should never be a thing. All right. I'll come back to your questions here in just a moment, folks. We have new warnings being issued now for central Kentucky. That entire portion of the line now is going to be severe warned for Radcliffe, Elizabethtown, Barstown, Litchfield, Hardinsburg, Fordsville, Ekron. You're starting to see this line really begin to wake up here now for the north central Kentucky portion of the area. Let's take a look at the radar here and see what we have going on. This is mainly going to be for 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-sized hail. Yeah, it looks like about 56 right now is what we're getting there. Did they update that watch or something? Why is that updating on the stream? No. Again, if you're just now hopping in here with us, want to reiterate, we do have that tornado warning still going out here in this purple area for Calhoun, Livermore, Hartford, and Beaver Dam. Let's take a check-in and see how this is looking. Looks like it's likely still rotating here as it's approaching Livermore right now, crossing over, going along. What highway is that? Going along, what is that, highway? Is that going a circle? Is that what that is? Is that Highway 138? That's the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. Anyway, riding along Highway 138, getting close to the intersection of Highway 138 and 136 toward Livermore right now. If there is something on the ground, it's right in there at this point. So again, we're kind of zoomed in on this area because this is a more central city within this county here. Again, Livermore under that tornado warning with some rotation showing up on the radar here. I want to see if on MRMS this is still showing as rotation as well. Instance. Yes. And you can see this thing has been rotating since all the way back here, even before Seabury. And that's when we started watching it. We started watching it just before Seabury on the second line here. You can tell it's really the only portion of the line that's been rotating. There's been some elevated rotation up here, but if you look over here, the difference is you see a lot of these whites and browns popping up. It does tend to indicate a little bit more surface-based rotation, not just elevated rotation. Our camera's gone out in Gage, Kentucky. That's all the way out here. I'm going to take a second and switch the camera over. We're going to go over to the Litchfield camera where that storm is going to track through very soon. Where does he have that camera pointed? Hopefully it's to the southwest. To the northwest is where it is showing on has cams right now. There we go. Okay, I'll get some more of your questions at this time. I'm sure you guys have a lot of them. Thank you guys again for all the likes and shares on Facebook and so much more. What in the world? That was weird. Well, the tornado warning heads towards Glasgow. Probably go just north of you, and if it does, it's still got 2-3 hours till it gets there. Severe warnings now been issued up there for far northern Kentucky toward Independence. Let's go ahead and put back on the composite radar here while we're catching up on some questions, so you guys can see this entire line. It's almost the entire line's warned. Yes, I don't really see much of a severe risk for far eastern Kentucky. Catching up on, so if you see me looking down, I'm looking down at my phone because the Facebook chat's not working on my computer, so I'm having to look at it on my phone. Owensboro, your severe risk is done. E-Town, Hodgenville line, severe warning is coming into your area here within the next hour or so, 45 minutes to an hour. 60 mile per hour winds the main threat there. We're watching to see if any rotation tries to tick up. Thoughts on Lexington? You got severe warnings barreling down on your area in about 45 minutes to an hour. The line is heading southeast. Are there any active tornadoes right now? There is a tornado warning for Livermore toward Hartford, getting close to the Grayson County line. Yes, Sarah, there's a tornado warning in Hartford, Kentucky. Remain indoors at this time. Again, if you're looking for forecast information on what to expect, all that information has already been posted to our Facebook and Twitter pages. Please go look at those. You'll have most of your questions answered. Yes, Breckenridge County is almost done after this line passes you. These storms are moving at about 55 to 60 miles per hour. Rockcastle County, not much of a severe threat there, in my opinion, but damaging winds are always possible with lines like these. Okay, we got caught up on some of those questions there. Let's go check the YouTube chat here real quickly so I can get caught up with you guys. Is there rotation in Madisonville? I just checked about 5 minutes ago. I didn't see any. I'll check again here very soon. Thoughts on Muhlenberg County, damaging winds being the main risk? Okay, please do not spam. That's not going to get me to answer your question any faster. We're mostly all adults here. I'm not really sure what Centertown is at. If you can give me a bigger city near you, I might be able to answer. Same thing for Island, Kentucky. I think Island, Kentucky is in far western portion of the state, right? If that storm line's past you, you're good. If not, you have a damaging wind and low wind tornado risk. There were some supercells that developed Polka, but they went south of Kentucky. Rain just started coming down really hard in Bullitt County. My power is out. Sorry to hear that. Thank you for the update there out of Bullitt County. James, thank you for your 50 stars over there on Facebook. I appreciate you. Thank you guys again for all the likes and shares on the broadcast. That's the number one way to support us. We appreciate you guys helping us grow and help us spread the information out. Let's go ahead and do a quick radar sweep here so we can see what's happening, make sure we're still on track here. Over here toward Princeton, Dawson Springs, Madisonville. Don't really see a whole lot of rotation here with anything. Looks like it's outflowing, which means that portion of the line either is weakening or it's going through a cycling phase. Most likely going through a cycling phase. We do have warnings for Madisonville, Arlington, Nortonville, Dawson Springs, Princeton, Fredonia, Eddyville. And then we do have this tornado warning still active for Livermore, Hartford, Beaver Dam, and Rosine. We do still have a severe warning active for Radcliffe, Barstown, Rineyville, Cecilia, Elizabethtown, Litchfield, Hardinsburg, Fordsville. And then up here toward northern Kentucky, we do have several severe warnings as well, all for 60-mile-per-hour winds and pea-sized hail, stretching from Independence to Walton, Butler, Crittenden, Williamstown, Owenton, Monterey, down toward Shelbyville. Let's take a look back into the tornado warned area, see if we still have some rotation ongoing. Looks to be a little bit weaker as of now. Let's check the Louisville radar here just to make sure. Yeah, a little bit weaker as of now. We also have the Hopkinsville radar, or Trenton radar, I guess you can more technically call it, which half the time doesn't work anymore, but it seems to be working tonight, thankfully. It's a little bit of rotation there. Nothing too crazy. It looks like it's calmed back down a little bit now, thankfully. But nonetheless, that tornado warning still exists for Beaver Dam, Hartford, Rosine, Dundee, stretching east of Livermore now. And again, most of these storms are moving at about a speed of 55 to 60 miles per hour. Yeah, this one's moving at 50. Check up here in northern Kentucky. These are moving at 50 as well. Down here toward Madisonville and Princeton, this one's moving at... Where is it at? Yeah, at about 40 miles per hour. So I think that portion of the line is probably cycling. All right, there we go. Ads during an emergency is crazy. Listen, we're a full YouTube partner. The ads are going to run either way. I hate to break it to you. That's the way social media works. Will severe weather reach Flemingsburg? Not likely. It's going to be close. And it's possible. I just think it's not overly likely. Do not conform. I haven't checked on that in a while, so I wouldn't know. I'm sure, but I wouldn't know for sure. Is Louisville over its shenanigans? Yeah, I think that portion of the atmosphere, I mean, you got like 3 to 4 inches of rain earlier. I mean, it has just worked over. Dawson Springs in that 60 mile per hour severe warning there. Do you stream on TikTok? No, because we keep getting banned on TikTok for whatever reason. Richmond, Kentucky, not much of a severe threat there. Damaging winds being the main risk as that line gets closer. I see a few people complaining about ads on YouTube. Guys, I can't control it. I have it on the lowest setting possible. I don't know if it's your first sign on social media, but that's how it works now. Thunder and windy here. Never mind. Oh, okay, nice. That guy's back. Love that guy. Is Greenville and Central City in the clear now? Where are you at, Greenville? Aren't you like right in here? No, you're not in the clear. You still have that severe warning, and the line will get to you in about 30 minutes. If you buy YouTube Premium, you won't get ads. That's the only way. I know. People just like to complain. Like, I mean, I'm sorry, guys. That's the way social media works nowadays. I have ads turned off, or I have them turned on the lowest setting. I can't turn them fully off because we're full YouTube partners. I don't run our sponsored ads. I could give you a bunch of sponsors bills from our amazing sponsors that are in your bottom left there if you want to support those folks for the way they support us. But at least we don't do that during it. What does cycling mean? It just means it's going through a process of weakening and then re-strengthening eventually. I'm looking down at my phone once again because I'm reading the Facebook chat off my phone because on my computer it's not wanting to work for whatever reason. Mayfield, Kentucky's so windy right now. It's crazy because you're probably feeling the outflow boundary because there's no storms. I mean, there's a storm to your southwest, but that's about it. What about E-Town? Under that severe warning for 60 mile per hour winds, that that portion of the line will be in your area in about 25 minutes or so. Bowling Green, that portion of the line will be in your area in about an hour and a half to 2 hours. Is it hailing outside? Dude, something is smacking my roof. Hang on. No, it's just the wind. So I can tell you from personal experience now, because I live in Ratcliffe, you're going to feel the wind before you see the storms, because it is whipping out there, and the storm's not even near us yet. Well, it's near us, but it's not. You know what I mean. All right, get back to a few more questions now. What about Nortonville? I believe you're in that severe warning, or you're very close to it. Anyway, damaging winds being the main risk. Is 40241 zip code clear? I'm going to be quite honest with you, Samantha. I have no idea where that's at. Okay. I believe we're in a decent spot there. Is Louisville going to get hit with a tornado? No. Hardinsburg is under that severe warning for 60-mile-per-hour winds right now. I didn't see any rotation on the last kind of scan through there. Is it expected to calm down when it gets east of Lexington? It is. I want to thank you guys again. We currently have about 4,000 viewers in here across each platform. Thank you guys again for tuning in here with us tonight. I know there's a lot of options for you guys to watch. I just want to say real quickly again, thank you very much for choosing us, and thank you for all the people that are liking and sharing the broadcast, as well as following and subscribing, all that good stuff. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that a ton. Okay, let's do a radar sweep real quick, and then we'll do another kind of question and answering session here. Dude, that wind is howling outside. Okay, for you folks over there, we're going to go west to east, okay? For you folks over there in Western Kentucky, Madisonville, Arlington, Morton's Gap, Nortonville, Dawson Springs, Princeton, Fredonia, Eddyville. This looks like a classic 60-mile-per-hour wind producer. Matter of fact, I think this is probably below severe levels at this point. This really doesn't look like a whole lot to me. But the NWS Paducah is great, and I'm sure they have plenty of great things there I don't have access to, showing them something different. But this is about as borderline as it gets for a severe warning. So no crazy concern there right now. Just your regular springtime severe thunderstorm warning there. And then over here toward Beaver Dam, Hartford, Livermore, let's go ahead and take a look at the velocity scans there inside of that tornado warning. I don't know if it's really rotating anymore, but it's definitely got a punch of winds with it. Again, that's going to be crossing just to the north of Hartford on that main kind of central bullseye there, more toward Dukehurst and Jingo and Rosine. I was taught that a little bit earlier in the chat. Rosine, not Rosine. Severe thunderstorm warning does exist all the way out toward Caneyville and Morgantown. And again, over here toward, let's go ahead and check in on this huge warning box. My throat's starting to hurt so bad. I don't see any rotation there right now. Turn that sideways so we can get a better look at this. You don't see any rotation there right now, but it looks like you kind of see it, you can kind of visualize it. It looks just like a wall of winds. Just a wall of winds. And that's going to go into the Litchfield, Eatown, Rineyville, Radcliffe, Lebanon Junction areas, exiting the Hardinsburg, Fordsville, Irvington, and Ekron areas right now. And then up here for our friends in northern Kentucky, man, there's just this huge radar gap here, and I freaking hate it. Hey, anybody in Mount Olivet that wants to have a radar, figure out something, hit up the NWS or something. We need a radar right here. Looks like we might have a little bit of a bow just to the south of Williamstown. Maybe. It's not really there yet. We'll keep an eye on it. But we do have severe warnings over here for Cold Spring, Independence, Butler, Cynthiana, Georgetown, Frankfort, Monterey, and just in the east of Owenton now, all for 60-mile-per-hour winds. So a lot of these warnings are for your very marginal severe levels. Obviously, with the exception of Central or Hartford and Beaver Dam area, where that tornado warning in purple is still present. which I just realized I need to make that tornado warning red. Why is it purple? I need to check that out later. That should be red, not purple. Brianne, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Does Mayfield have anything to worry about? Technically, yes. More realistically, probably not. It looks like you're kind of getting gapped. Looks like you're kind of getting gapped. All right, let's get to some questions here. Tracy Knight on Facebook says, power is out in Hartford, Kentucky. Thank you very much for that update there. Hopefully it comes back on soon for you. How long will it take the storms to go through once they start for an area? Probably about 20 minutes. Again, want to reiterate, as I'm going to answer some of your questions right now, be mindful. If you kind of know that you live in a smaller area or smaller town, please give me a bigger city near you. It will help me answer your question a lot faster. For example, I live in Radcliffe, Kentucky. I don't expect everyone to know where that's at, so I usually would say Elizabethtown. Does Sonora have anything to worry about? You're in a severe warning or very close to severe warning for 60-mile-per-hour winds. So definitely keep an eye out. Roberta, thank you for your 200 stars. By the way, thank you to everyone that has sent stars tonight as well. I know I haven't responded to every one of them, but thank you very much. Yeah, it's pretty much done for Brandenburg at this point. Do you think the tornado warning will hit Grayson County? If it continues on, it can. Right now, on the last couple of checks, it looks like it's weakened. So at this point, I think it would be allowed to expire, but we'll keep an eye on it for you. Patrick, thank you for your 500 stars, dude. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, man. Power's out in Livermore. How are we looking? The worst of it should be past you. Hopefully you kind of get the power back here soon. Is Hopkinsville a place of concern? Again, damaging winds being the main risk there in about an hour or so when that line gets to you. Paducah, Kentucky, it looks like you're getting gapped. It looks like that corner and down there in southwestern Kentucky is going to be gapped between the two lines as of right now. Franklin, Kentucky, you got about an hour and a half to 2 hours until it gets to you. Damaging winds being the main risk there. Little town under Litchfield have anything to worry about with that tornado warning? If it continues on, yes, but on the last couple of sweeps we've done, does appear to be a little bit weaker. Versailles, just west of Lexington. Damaging winds could be a risk there, but I imagine your environment's a little bit worked over from all that rain you had earlier. But keep an eye out for a potential for damaging winds. Katie, thank you for your 500 stars. I appreciate you a ton. A lot of generosity going on over here at Facebook. I appreciate you guys. Can you check on Muhlenberg, Central City again? Yeah, I just did, and again, it looks like a purely 60-mile-per-hour wind gust threat. Any hail being reported heading towards Radcliffe and E-Town? No, not that I've seen. And the hail threat on the warning tag is pea-sized anyway, so most of it, even if it is hailing, is likely melting before it hits the ground. Can we go back to bed in Breckinridge County? Just about. You're almost there. Any rotation near Princeton? No. On every check I've done out there, it looks like that portion of the line is weakening at the moment. Morgantown and Butler County. That severe warning is for 60-mile-per-hour winds there. Will be in your area in about 25 minutes-ish or so. What about what's headed to Kentucky from the south? That stuff to the south is not coming to Kentucky. Just tuning in, house, Arlington, Kentucky. I'm not really sure where Arlington's at. You have to give me a bigger city near you if you don't mind. Is the tornado over for Hartford? Should be just about past you here soon. Give it probably about 5 to 10 more minutes. How bad is Greene County going to get? You're in that severe thunderstorm watch till 4 a.m. Eastern time, mainly for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts being the main risk. Is Livermore good to go to bed? Yes, you are. London, Kentucky, no real severe risk for, in my opinion, there. Flemingsburg, you have a damaging wind risk in about an hour-ish or so, but I imagine that part of the line should weaken at some point very soon. Can Bremen go to bed? Well, if the storm line is past you, yes, you can go to bed. Is Oak Grove in the clear? No, you're not in the clear yet. Boston, Kentucky, got about 40 minutes-ish until that main line gets to you there. Damaging winds being the main risk. I have no idea where Dixon's at. I'm assuming that's somewhere in western Kentucky. If that's the case, damaging winds are your main risk. That sounds like a western Kentucky name. Madisonville done for just about, probably about 5 to 10 more minutes. Is it just now getting into Litchfield? Probably about another 30 minutes-ish or so for Litchfield. Can we talk about the Beaver Dam area? Yeah, you're still in that tornado warning, but the main risk continues to be damaging winds of 60 miles per hour for the next 20 to 30 minutes or so in that area. What about Bullock County? Again, damaging winds being the main risk with that warning box there in Bullock County. Okay, I'm going to jump to the YouTube chat here for a second, and then we'll come back. Oh, we have a tornado warning now active for the northern Kentucky portion of the area. And then we'll come back to some of your questions here in just a moment. Remember, we did mention that this portion of the line did have a little bit of a bowing segment with it. And there you go. You see it kind of right there. Let's go ahead and turn the velocity on. Absolutely. So if you turn it sideways, this is a little cool thing you can do on WeatherWise radar as well. You can actually see kind of this flat top here. You kind of imagine you should have a straight line here. Look at where it really bows in and then it comes back out. That's where you can have some of that rotation sort of existing. So yeah, this is absolutely a valid, not that they need my confirmation, but this is a valid tornado warning up here for northern Kentucky, where by the way, there is no tornado risk. So just a fun fact for you. All right, get this back to the regular screen here. This is messing with my eyeballs. So again, we do have that tornado warning active for Falmouth, Brooksville, Highway 27 and Highway 22 there. Again, this is going to be for, it was located 7 miles southwest of Falmouth, moving east at 55 miles per hour. So again, keeping an eye on that area for the potential for anything spinny happening there. Man, we really need another radar here in northern Kentucky. All right, let's do a radar sweep real quick while we're on the radar. Yeah, and you can see by the way, WeatherWise tornado AI detection also picked up on that, and I believe, if I remember correctly, picked up on it I think 10 minutes ago. Yeah, look right there. It picked up on it in Sherman. See it spinning? That was at 1:23 a.m. And then I believe it picked up on it again right there, just to the south there. And then it picked up on it again as it was being warned. So WeatherWise tornado AI detection picked up on this officially on this exact track here 4 minutes before the warning came out. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And that's how AI can save lives. Mike, or one of the chats or one of the mods right here, can you guys clip that segment right there, if you guys don't mind? Okay. Wow, it is windy outside. Holy crap. Cynthiana, you now have a severe thunderstorm warning there, as well as Barry, Sadieville, Georgetown, again, as well as Williamstown and Dry Ridge. Let's continue our radar sweep here. So again, that tornado warning for just now hopping in here is for Brooksville toward Falmouth. We do have the severe thunderstorm warning still active for Radcliffe, Rineyville, Elizabethtown, Lebanon Junction, Bardstown, Hardinsburg, Litchfield, and Big Clifty. Dude, it is pouring cats and dogs outside right now. We do still have that tornado warning active for the Hartford, Beaver Dam, Rosine area. I'm really not noticing a whole lot of rotation here at this point. I'm curious to see if they will extend that on or just go with a tornado possible tag. I think it could go either way at this point, but either way, I'm not really seeing a whole lot. Looks like a nice wall of winds at this point. Again, that's for Hartford, Beaver Dam, Rosine, Allerton, Dundee, and Dog Walk. That's where that tornado warning is for in west central Kentucky. We do have that severe warning still active for Caneyville, Morgantown, and then over here toward Madisonville, as well as Princeton, Nortonville, Fredonia. We are seeing that line begin to wake back up once again now. It's starting to complete its cycling process, and it's starting to produce some more gusty winds there just all around Dawson Springs. Looks like right around 60 miles per hour or so, maybe a couple miles per hour above and below 60 there. Again, all around Dawson Springs, Madisonville, Nortonville, Fredonia, and Princeton. So again, that looks like that portion of the line has started to complete its cycling process, which again, the cycling just means that it weakened for a brief moment and is now picking back up. So to recap, we have 2 tornado warnings active: Hartford to Beaver Dam, and what was that, Falmouth to Brooksville. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 severe warnings, but a few of those are some really big boxes there. So quite the active line as it's now approaching through. Is anyone getting vibes from March 15th, back last month, where we had just this line, once it got towards Central Kentucky, it just woke up out of nowhere? Yeah, I'm starting to get that kind of vibe again with this one. Computer glasses, yeah, these are blue light filter glasses. We get to a few questions now. Brooksville, Kentucky, is that where that? Yeah, that's where that tornado warning is at. About 20 minutes or so until it gets to your location. There in Brooksville. Do I think Franklin will see a tornado? I believe you have a 2% chance. Valley Station area in Jefferson County, I believe your threat is pretty much done, my friend. Am I good to sleep in Bardstown? No, Bardstown. You still have that severe warning in your area probably for another 25 minutes or so. Trisha said, do you think since the storm near Princeton and Dawson Springs is picking back up that it will get bad? I still think it's just a 60-mile-per-hour wind gust threat. Are we good in Hartford now? Pretty much, yeah. Dude, it is windy outside. What about Campbellsville? That storm line will be in your area in about an hour and a half or so, posing a damaging wind risk of up to 60 miles per hour. Horn just went off in Maysville, Kentucky. Yeah, that warning is very close to your county. How long is it going to stick around for Beaver Dam? Well, the warning will probably be there for another 15 minutes or so for your area. About how much longer for Muldrow? Probably another 15 minutes or so for that severe portion of the line. How much longer until Ohio County is clearing up? Again, probably about 20 minutes-ish or so. All right, let's get to a few of the YouTube comments. Now, I'm trying to be fair here and read about 10 on each side and then go back and do a radar sweep. Are we good in Seabury, Kentucky? Yes. Are we good in Madisonville? Yes. Can Owensboro go back to bed? Yes. Do you think Murray's still in a bad position? I mean, I think you're getting gapped. So you have all the activity. By the way, look at the activity in Tennessee. What in the world? The wind is whistling outside. That's how fast it's going. Are we sure this is 60 miles per hour? I mean, it is. Hang on. It is absolutely whipping through here. Like, are we sure? Let's check this real quick. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I mean, it is just ripping through here. I thought someone was whistling at me, but it was the wind. That's how loud it is right now. I mean, it's just whipping on through this place. All right, let's do. Oh wait, we need to answer some more YouTube questions. I'm trying to be fair here. Is Scottsville safe to sleep in a mobile home? Again, my advice to you guys is anytime we're dealing with any type of a wind threat, mobile homes are not safe. That's my general answer. London and Corbin area, no real severe risk in that area for me, in my opinion. Keep getting severe weather alert box. Okay, have they canceled that warning in Hartford? It looks like they have canceled or allowed that warning to expire in Hartford. So we only have one tornado warning active right now for Falmouth to Brooksville. My weather app says it's still 11 miles per hour. Winds outside right now. I don't know if that's right or wrong. Probably wrong. Caneyville, you don't need to take shelter, but just remain indoors. How long until it hits Stanton? Probably a couple of hours. Is it safe to sleep in Madisonville? It is. Okay, big man, I've specifically answered your question 3 times. So at this point, Please don't. Please, I don't want to. I don't want to ban. Is E-Town actually in the clear? No, I haven't given it all clear for E-Town. Midway, Kentucky, probably about 60 miles per hour or so there on that. The wind speed's there. Thank you guys again for all the shares and likes on the broadcast. We appreciate you. Thank you and welcome to all the new followers and subscribers. Thank you for choosing us to kind of hang out with here tonight. Scott County, Kentucky, the main risk there is damaging winds right now. I mean, are we sure that's 60 miles? I mean, it is just ripping through here. I got to look. Hang on. I mean, it is just ripping through Ratcliffe. I think the incredible the raindrops are coming down incredibly heavy, and I think that mixing with the wind is making it sound like it's worse than what it really is outside. You guys remember sometimes when I say it sounds worse than what it is? I think that's what's happening outside here right now because it just sounds like it's just tearing us apart. Once again, if you're just now tuning in here with us, just to kind of give you guys an update, we do have that tornado warning still active, mainly for the Brooksville area now, more specifically for Neve, and then Petra and Bridgeville. Go to the radar up here in Wilmington, Ohio. We'll take a look here. I don't see as much rotation now. There's still a little bit of a blip there, but it's not as much of a rotation there on that one, which is good news. Keeping an eye on it, though, for our friends up there in northern Kentucky. But as of right now, I'm not really seeing as much there, which is always great news. Marshall County, I mean, yeah, I just think the risk there is, I think you just got lucky today. I don't think it's really there anymore. Have you ever seen a touchdown while broadcasting? No, I have not. I've gotten pictures of one while broadcasting, but not actually seen one on one of the cameras yet. Now, dude, I'm telling you guys, it is just whipping out there. That does not sound like 60 miles per hour. I mean, I know it is because I see it on the radar. Man, it is just ripping outside. The yellow boxes are the severe thunderstorm warnings. How's the Frankfort Midway area? Non-severe. I think your severe that's pretty much done at this point. Dude, it is ripping out. Can you all hear through the microphone by chance? I don't know if you can because I have the noise gate on, so I don't think you guys can. But man, it is ripping out there. I wish I could take the microphone outside and show you guys. 18 mile per hour winds. There's no way that's 18 miles per hour out there. There's not a shot. If that's 18 mile per hour winds, then I got a 6-pack of abs. Is Madisonville in the clear? Yes, you are. What about Lexington? It looks like that portion of the line is a little bit weaker, but still got to look out for a damaging wind threat as it gets to your area in about 30 minutes or so. Do you think Hardin County is going to get hit by the storm bad, or is it okay to relax? Well, right now there's 60 mile per hour winds happening in Hardin County, so definitely got to keep an eye out. Man, it is ripping. I'm just making sure nothing's happening here. Nah. Because, dude, it sounds like a war zone outside. Part of it is I have a metal roof on this building, which makes everything sound incredibly worse than what it really is. That's another thing. If you have a metal roof, by the way, guys, everything in every storm system is going to sound way worse than what it actually is. Just a heads up. Just turning the radar sideways real quick so I can look at some of these winds. Yeah, so down here, Madisonville, or just south of Madisonville, toward Nortonville, Dawson Springs, still seeing some widespread 50. Thought I heard the tornado siren for a second. I was about to say, what is that going off for? Looks like there's some widespread 50 to 60 mile per hour winds down there for Greenville, Central City, Morton's Gap, Arlington, Dawson Springs, and Princeton. Boy, it feels like that portion of the line is just crawling at a very slow speed right now. Tina, thank you for your 20 stars. I appreciate that a ton. Thank you to everyone else that has 10 stars tonight as well. Let's go back up here. We're going to go south to north once again. Did y'all just see that too? Hang on. Whoa, come back here, buddy. I knew I saw you. What are you doing? What are you doing there, little guy? Have to keep an eye on that, potentially maybe spinning back up in the southwest portion of Grayson County toward Caneyville. We'll keep an eye on that. Right now, it's not really doing a whole lot, though. Hardin County area has definitely got a rowdy thunderstorm over that area. Same thing for Barstown, Lebanon Junction, going towards southern Breckenridge County as well. We do have a severe warning now for Nicholasville, Harrodsburg, Willisburg for 60 mile per hour winds. That's pretty much it there. And then going up here for northern Kentucky once again as we head up here to the northern portion of the state. Tornado warning still exists for Brooksville area. I imagine that will be allowed to expire because I just don't really see a whole lot with that one anymore. We do have a severe warning still for Carlisle for 60 mile per hour winds. Cynthiana, Sadieville, and Georgetown, as well as Barry and Falmouth and Butler, New Richmond for 60 mile per hour winds there as well. So it's a rowdy line of thunderstorms moving through Kentucky right now. Man, it is dumping rain out there. I haven't heard rain this heavy in so long, guys. Like a little kid in a candy shop. We have needed rain so bad, as you guys know. Fluffy Punk, what a name. Thank you for the $2 super chat on YouTube. I appreciate that. If you see me looking down at my phone, I promise I'm not playing. I'm just looking at the Facebook chat on the phone tonight because the Facebook chat is not one to work on my computer. Smiths Grove, you got about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours till it gets to you there. Probably closer to an hour and a half. Damaging winds being the main risk. I really see no risk in Somerset. Maybe a brief damaging wind risk. Did they extend the severe warning for Ratcliffe? No, it's still the same warning. Was the AI showing a tornado signature near Cynthiana? Yeah, but you have to remember, it's going to have some false alarms to it, and I checked that out. I didn't see anything with it. How long until it gets to Cave City? Probably about an hour and a half or so, maybe closer to an hour. Damaging winds being the main risk. Taylorsville, your risk is over. Jessica, thank you for your 99 stars. I appreciate that. Muhlenberg area, is it safe to go to sleep? Pretty close, pretty close. Daniel, thank you for the $2 super chat on YouTube. I appreciate that a ton, my friend. The red line of storm to the left of BG, it is moving right. That means it hasn't even came through the BG yet, so not clear yet. Thank you, Leah. Brandon, thank you for your $2 super chat on YouTube. I appreciate you, my friend. Roberta, thank you for your 200 stars. I appreciate that. Just going through some of the comments on Facebook. How southeastern Ohio County, probably seeing some rowdy winds right now, I would imagine. Bowling Green, again, for Bowling Green, those storms will be near you in about an hour and a half or so. Damaging winds being the main risk. Stephanie, glad you're here, my friend. Sorry that you got woken up. Joanna, thank you for your 20 stars. I appreciate that. Okay. Why are most storms tonight? Because weather doesn't just pop up. It has to travel. Most of our weather comes from the Pacific Ocean or a piece of energy off of the Pacific Ocean or a cold front coming from the north and moisture coming from the south, and that takes time. And most times, our storms hit in the evening time because it has to travel from the west to the east. Which, oppositely, if you go to like Colorado or Denver, most of their weather happens in the morning or in the early afternoon. Maysville, Kentucky, under that severe warning for 60 mile per hour wind gusts there. Okay, let's switch to the YouTube here and make sure we get some questions answered over here. Man, it's literally a light show on the Hascam. Yeah, I need to refresh that, don't I? Control panel, refresh. Yeah, look at that. Let's switch over to... guys, I got to switch over to this camera in Grayson County in Litchfield, courtesy of the Grayson County Emergency Management there. Where's my live radar at? There we go. That needs to go above that. There, now we're all fixed. Again, this camera that you're seeing right now is courtesy of Grayson County Emergency Management. This camera is just south of Litchfield, I think, or in Litchfield, but just on the southern side. Well, no, it's just on the northern side of Litchfield. I'm just completely wrong all the way around. Putting on an absolute lightning show there in central Kentucky. You can see that wall of clouds there in the back. That is actually the storm line approaching. So I'm actually going to zoom in on this Litchfield area on the radar. Where this H is where the camera is at. And right now, this camera is looking at the storms that are maybe intensifying a little bit right into here. Let's see if we can notice anything on the back side or on the far side of the camera. I'm actually going to record this portion of the stream in case we do see anything. Hopefully the stream doesn't get messed up while I'm recording. Again, right now we're looking at the camera in Grayson County, courtesy of the Grayson County Emergency Management. Big shout out to those folks for making the investment in their citizens to get some weather cameras to keep them safe and protected. So again, big shout out to those people who are taking that extra initiative to keep their county citizens safe there in Grayson County. I'm trying to look more toward the right side. I think is it the right side of that camera is what I'm trying to look for there. I thought I saw a little bit of scud. Yeah, on the right side there, if you can see it, I can't really put my cursor over it. Look toward the middle right portion of the screen when the lightning pops up. Looks like there's a little bit of scud, maybe some inflow going into that storm. Yeah, on the far right side there, definitely some inflow happening to that storm. So it means the storm is intensifying, and it is a severe storm. Although, once again, I know we're not talking about it as much right now, but it looks like that tornado warning is going to expire up there for Brooksville, which leaves Mount Olivet, Maysville, Flemingsburg, Carlisle, Cynthiana, and Falmouth all in a big cluster of severe warnings there, mainly for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts in that area. And again, right now what we're watching on the stream is the camera in Litchfield, Kentucky, courtesy of Grayson County Emergency Management there. All right, I'll come back to that in a moment. Let's do a radar sweep. Stop recording. Go back to our main screen here. Destiny, thank you for your 20 stars. I appreciate that. Teresa, thank you for your 20 stars. Amanda, thank you for your 99 stars. Joanna, thank you for your 20 stars. Roberta, thank you for your 200 stars. Jessica, thank you for your 99 stars. Tina, thank you for your 20 stars. And another 20 stars there as well. Thank you for it. We have... Yeah. Okay. Thank you for all the shares on the broadcast. If you don't know how to share, go to the bottom portion of your screen. There's an arrow there if you're on Facebook. That's how you share this video on your newsfeed, so that way your friends and family can view it. They're going to extend that tornado warning, kind of reshape it a little bit out here for far eastern Kentucky. So let's go ahead and take a look at that tornado warning there. Weatherwise, AI is also picking up on this. Yeah, you can kind of see it a little bit right there in the middle. Just a little bit of a notch. Nothing super crazy there. But just enough to kind of cause this warning to go out for Mount Olivet, Mayslick, and Maysville up here in far northern Kentucky, where a tornado warning is present. Again, at 1:59 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 9 miles south of Brooksville, moving east at 50 miles per hour. 9 miles south of Brooksville. Yeah, you can kind of see. I think it's a little bit more south of that. I think it's just a tad to the south of Mount Olivet right now. You can kind of see it a little bit here, where that little notch is, and a little bit of those brighter winds happening there. Again, maybe a little bit of one. It's not an overly impressive signature, but I also have to admit this is a radar gap out here in northern Kentucky. So it is kind of hard to see exactly what's happening there. We'll come back to this in just a moment. I do want to touch base on the other warnings that we have for Flemingsburg, Carlisle, Nicholasville, Harrodsburg, all for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. A little bit surprised they allowed this to expire here because the winds are just absolutely rocking outside. I guess it could be lower than 60. For Litchfield, Big Clifty, we do have a 60-mile-per-hour severe thunderstorm warning there. For Beaver Dam, Morgantown, and Rochester, severe warning for 60-mile-per-hour winds there. For Princeton, Greenville, Nortonville, that severe warning has been allowed to expire at this point. Man, it is absolutely rocking and rolling. Again, from Maysville to Mount Olivet, tornado warning still exists there for another 28 minutes. Is Meade County clear? Yes, it is. Somerset, Kentucky, no real severe risk there. Yes, Hartford, Kentucky is clear now as well. Yes, these will weaken as the time they get toward London. Will he? Because he hasn't looked at rotation there in about 15 minutes. I just looked at all the velocities everywhere. What do you mean? Are we just like not looking? Will the wind calm down some in Glasgow? You still have about an hour and a half till the main line gets there. Somerset, no real severe risk there, in my opinion. Joanna, thank you for your 20 stars. I'm not really sure where Flatwoods, Kentucky is. What about Scottsville, Kentucky? To be there in about an hour and a half or so, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, the main risk there. Megan, thank you for your 100 stars. I appreciate you. Elizabethtown is not in the clear. Can you look at Caneyville? Yes, we looked at Caneyville, and we had the camera looking toward Caneyville for a while there. We literally made Caneyville the focus. Oh, my power just flickered. Is it safe to go to bed in Moorhead? Oh my goodness, I've lost Moorhead on the road. I mean, you do have severe warnings to your west, so I just gotta keep an eye on it. Guys, I just looked around the whole radar on the screen. Yes, I said the one on the western side of Litchfield is amping back up, which is Caneyville. So the people that keep saying that haven't looked at Caneyville. I don't know if you accidentally muted the stream or whatnot, but we have been looking. I promise you guys. Okay. I caught up on the Facebook chat. Let's check on the YouTube series if there's any questions there. Did the warning for Radcliffe area expire? It did. It is getting very loud in Litchfield. Yeah, you got a strong kind of portion of the stream or the storm there between Litchfield and Caneyville. All right, let's do a little radar sweep here, and then we'll pull up the camera, and then we'll look at the YouTube chat for any questions there. Looks like just a pure straight line winds occurring from Caneyville to Litchfield. Don't really see a whole lot of rotation there right now. Let's check out other radars just to make sure. Dude, it is pouring down here. Something crazy. Yeah, no rotation on that portion of the line from Morgantown to Caneyville, Litchfield. Looks like a pure 60-mile-per-hour wind gust there. Over here toward Nicholasville, Harrodsburg, Salvisa, Willisburg, Lawrenceburg. A pure 60-mile-per-hour winds there as well. Up here for northern Kentucky toward Maysville, Mount Olivet, Mays Lick, Flemingsburg, and Carlisle. A nice little wall of winds here of about 60 miles per hour or so. Tornado warning does still exist for Mays Lick, Maysville, Mount Olivet. I'm not really seeing a whole lot here, but again, want to be fair and mention that this is technically a radar gap. So, again, it may not be a perfect image that's occurring right there on my screen. I'm going to turn back on the watches real quick, make sure nothing's really changed here. It looks like they are trimming off the watch as the storm line kind of passes through. Okay. Sorry, one of my friends that lives in Mount Olivet, where the tornado warning is, just shot me a question real quickly. Okay. Yeah, still looking like a mainly straight line winds. And it's still up here to northern Kentucky where that tornado warning is. There are a couple little bows there, but nothing too overly impressive. Looking still like mainly a straight line wind threat there. Okay, let's get to a few questions on the YouTube side now. Okay. All right. Let's do that there. So we make sure we get everyone included here. Whoa. I want to look at that. I want to look at that Litchfield camera again for just a second, y'all. It just looks like a rowdy storm there, man. So where they got this camera pointed to the west now. Man, I wish I could point it to the southwest just a smidge. We could actually see the central portion of that severe port of that line. All right. You can't really see a lot now. Too much rain happening there now. So let's go ahead and take the camera back off. All right. What is happening on my... I'm trying to fix my Facebook chat. It just keeps going away. Okay. Chelsea, thank you for your 99 stars. I appreciate that. Peyton, thank you for your update out of Radcliffe. Man, my brain is really starting to not work there. Okay, let's get to the YouTube chat here. Get to some of the questions there. Can everybody go to bed? Yes, you can. What about Georgetown? Georgetown, about 10 more minutes or so and you'll be all clear. The Facebook stream is down on my end. It's stuck like 30 minutes in the past, but still says live. May just be me. Yeah, sometimes you just got to refresh the stream. Right now, it looks like it's still... Yeah, it looks like it's still caught up for me. They got the camera moved. Oh, did they move it? Oh, perfect. So now they're pointed to the correct portion of the line. And now they have also added a tornado possible tag to this warning, which we've been talking about. So if there is a tornado to occur, unfortunately it'll probably be rain wrapped. So we're really not going to see it too well, but it would be on that camera, the way that they have it pointed now. Let's check the MRMS radar here and see. It is trying to show some brief rotation with this, which likely means that there may be some small hail damaging winds coming down with this. It doesn't really point toward anything surface-based. I'm on the wrong radar here. Yeah, I'm not really seeing any rotation with that as well. I mean, maybe a little corner. I mean, that's really not going to do a whole lot. Down there to the south of or west of Sadler. Boy, that camera is going crazy with the lightning, though. Is it? Thank you for scooting that over, guys. Unfortunately, if anything is there, it's probably going to be rain wrapped, so you're not going to be able to see it anyway. That's the only unfortunate thing about a night like tonight. Okay. Let's check back in on the Maysville Mount Olivet tornado warning. I know we've touched base a few times on this, but I want to make sure we're taking a good look at it. So again, right now we have that tornado warning active for Maysville and Mays Lick. Again, I'm not really seeing a whole lot, but I just want to be very, very clear here. This is a slightly elevated portion of Kentucky. It's also in a nice little radar gap. So on radar, it's not going to be that clear cut. So again, I'm just not seeing a whole lot, but again, on radar, it's just not going to be that clear cut. Brooksville, Mount Olivet, Flemingsburg, and Carlisle, again, all under those severe warnings for 60-mile-per-hour wind gust. Going back down here toward just south of Lexington Metro there into Winchester, Nicholasville, Richmond, and Harrisburg, as well as Salvisa. Again, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts being the main threats there. And then back over here for Grayson County and Litchfield and southern Hardin County in the Sonora, Bonnieville, Mumfordville, Beaver Dam, and Morgantown. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts are the main threats on the warning boxes there. Man, I am so shocked that this western portion of Kentucky, the storm line is just not. It's just dying. It's just dying out there. The storm line is just not producing, and I am just shocked. And I'm going to be really curious. I'm going to do every time we have a storm system, I always do a kind of a post-storm analysis, and I can't wait to do it. I probably won't do it tomorrow because we have another storm threat tomorrow night. But I can't wait to do it because I have to know what happened out there to make those storms just completely fall apart. Is Moorhead good? Well, you have a severe warning about 40 minutes to your west. That is some big thunder there. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that camera's getting smoked. Dude, look at the camera in Grayson County on the middle left, guys. It is just getting smoked by that severe warning. But look at how strong the camera is. It's not even, I mean, you can't see anything, but it's still going. That camera is getting smoked. Brineyville, your threat's pretty much almost all over. Just a lot of loud thunder for the rest of the night now. Is Greenville safe? Just about. Do you think that Sonora has a possibility for a tornado? It's not likely, in my opinion, Hannah. What about Willisburg? Not much of a severe threat there, in my opinion. Is Cecilia good to go to sleep? Probably about 10 more minutes or so. Radcliffe is in the clear. It's just going to be loud for the rest of the night. Yes, we have another storm system tomorrow night. Shouldn't be, the severe risk is not as high, but a lot of storms tomorrow. Guys, it's going to be storming for the next 36 hours. So just get used to the storms being around. Oh, yeah, Brendan, I'm not worried about being wrong in Western Kentucky. I know I'm going to take the L on that one, and I'm going to get about 15 disgusting messages tomorrow about how Western Kentucky didn't have any severe weather. It happens all the time. But I'm certainly fine with being wrong about how I thought it would be quite severe out there. I just want to figure out why so we don't make that same mistake again. That's the type of person I am. I don't like making the same mistake twice. So I try to learn from systems that we got wrong. All right. Coming back over to the YouTube, folks. See about any questions there. Are they going to go to sleep in Murray? That someone is asking. Still a couple of cells around there. I still kind of hang on. Stanton, again, severe warnings about 40 minutes to your west. That storm line should weaken, but it is hanging on. They're saying a small needle tornado down in Litchfield sighted. I haven't heard anything about that yet. I'll try to get some information on that. Does it look like Richmond will be okay? You're under that severe warning for 60-mile-per-hour wind gust. Sonora is under that severe warning for 60-mile-per-hour wind gust as well. Be over soon there. Caneyville, probably about 10 more minutes till you're all clear there. But it should be, it's pretty much winding down at this point. Yeah, so once this storm line gets past you, you're pretty much done at that point. Cam got moved again. Should you be hiding in the E-Town, Litchfield, Kentucky? Do you mean like taking cover or something? No. Has anything changed for Berea in terms of tornadic activity? No, it has not. London got put into a mesoscudization. I'm kind of worried about what do you think? If it's anything, it's a brief damaging wind threat. I promise you, there's not really any tornado threat out there. Yes, Beaver Dam is all clear now. I'm just seeing a bunch of lightnings that all Hopkinsville is going to get. Now, you get that main line coming to you probably about 40 minutes or so. Is Upton going to get a tornado? Guys, we got to be for real. I can't say if a certain city's going to get a tornado or not. I can just tell you there's a 2% chance there. Is there a possible tornado threat for Elizabethtown? Well, considering that line is about halfway through E-Town right now, and there's no tornado there, I would say probably not. Yeah, I'm not sure how much I'm buying that report out of Litchfield for that tornado. If a report came in that fast, you always get a little sus of it. But I'll try to reach out and check and see what's going on. Bradley, thank you for your $5 super chat. Oh, I'm starting to lose my voice. No. Thank you for your $5 super chat. I appreciate that. And thank you for your kind words, dude. This is the problem with not having any severe weather for a while or not needing to do a broadcast. My voice and my body's not in the rhythm yet. Is there a chance BG will get missed altogether? Absolutely not. Once again, just want to reiterate for our folks up there toward Maysville and Mays Lick, you still have that tornado warning active for that area. Flemingsburg to Owensville to Mount Sterling to Winchester to Richmond, Nicholasville. And a surprise move tonight. These storms are still maintaining their wind threat out here for damaging winds of 60 miles per hour. And a shocker there. And then over here for Central Kentucky, where it's supposed to be more rowdy, Litchfield, Big Clifty, Sonora, Bonneville, Mumfordville are the only spot that has a warning right now. Don't you just love when weather people can be paid to be wrong half the time? Don't you just love it? I love it. That's unbelievable. I mean, it is truly unbelievable. I cannot wait to go back. I know we were wrong, okay? We get it, cool. I can't wait to go back into this system after we're kind of done, everything calms down later this week, and see what in the world happened here. I mean, we've got a freaking tornado warning, by the way, out here where there was no tornado risk. I don't think there was even a severe risk there, was there? I mean, yeah, there was no tornado risk out there. It was a level 1 out of 5. And then you're going into a general thunderstorm risk. I mean, that's not us doing that. That's the SPC. That's the experts. So not only did we get fooled, the experts got fooled. So I cannot wait to go into tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but later on this week, and just go into the system and see what happened. Because it's insane. It's insane. There's that tornado warning now for the Litchfield area, and now, pretty much exiting Litchfield. Now going towards Sonora, Buffalo, Magnolia, Bonneville. Oh, Lord, I can't wait to hear all the alarms go off here in Hardin County. And there they go. Man, they were quick on that trigger. That was a 5-second delay time there. That's not bad. And we have about 10 seconds till all the people come in here asking what's going on with Hardin County. Watch the chats. Tornado warning now active for Bonneville, Magnolia, Buffalo, Sonora, heading toward Fragrant, Millerstown, Snap, and Peonia. It is radar indicated. Goes until 2:45 a.m. Eastern Time. At 2:19 a.m. Eastern Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 8 miles southeast of Litchfield, moving east at 55 miles per hour. Again, the source is radar indicated. This does go for LaRue County, Hart County, Grayson County, and Hardin County in central Kentucky. Let's go ahead and check the radar here and see what we have working with. Where does he have that camera pointed? Oh my gosh, I might be able to see it. Hold up. Everyone, hold up. We have a camera in Grayson County that might be able to see this storm system, this tornado warning storm system. Go to the full cam. Yes, turn that bad boy. Now, the only thing that stinks about this is if there is a tornado happening, we're not going to be able to see that on this camera. There's just not a shot in the world, right? There's just not a shot in the world because there's too much rain. So, Brad, if you can hear me, if you see that pink arrow, that's where it would be at. You're pretty much facing the correct. You had it right there. Whoa. Oh, that's just a camera artifact. Yeah, there's no shot in the world we're gonna be able to see that. Let's go ahead and switch off the camera here. So again, if you're just now tuning in here with us, we obviously do have a second tornado warning active now for Central Kentucky. I'm gonna switch back to our main screen here and keep you guys going. It looks like we do have a little bit of a Boeing segment here where that pink arrow is at. Looks like it'll be Highway 224 there. It's kind of where that pink arrow is kind of situated over, heading toward Millerstown, Lone Star, Bonneville, just to the south of Sonora, just to the south of Tanner. Again, we do have a camera there in Grayson County, courtesy of Grayson County Emergency Management, that could actually see this storm. The only problem is there's so much rainfall. Thank you guys again for all the shares and likes on the broadcast. I appreciate your guys' support and helping us spread the information out. This is now, I believe, our 7th tornado warning of the day, if I can keep accurate count here. We still have the one up there toward Maysville as well. Let's see if we have anything else to kind of look at here for this storm system. Again, just a real quick note for all of you in Hardin County and all the other counties that may be tuning in here. This tornado warning is just for this purple box. So if you're in E-Town or Ratcliffe or Mineyville, Vine Grove, anywhere, and you're hearing those sirens go off, even Litchfield or Mumfordville, and you're hearing the sirens go off, and Hodgenville maybe, those sirens are not for you. Go back to bed. Those sirens are not for you. Those sirens are for Sonora to Bonneville and Magnolia and everywhere in between there. That's it. So again, if you're hearing those sirens go off in other portions of the county, first of all, good morning to you. I'm sorry that you got woken up for no reason, but that warning's not for you. So, and then back into the radar here, we're going to turn this sideways, and we do absolutely see kind of just a little bit of that wiggle there. That's where some rotation would live. If there is some rotation there, that's where it would be. It's kind of in that wiggle. We see it there as well. A little bit of a correlation spike. Looks a little bit too wide right now, though. We're going to go over to the MRMS data here and see if this thing is rotating or has a rotation track history. Doesn't really have anything popping up too much on MRMS. Thank you guys again for all the likes and shares, guys. I say it all the time, but thank you again. We appreciate you a ton. Welcome to all the new followers tonight, by the way. We've had a ton of new followers and new subscribers tonight. Thank you guys for that as well. But yes, if you're just now tuning in here with us, we do have tornado warnings active for Sonora to Buffalo, Magnolia, Bonneville, back over toward Fragrant and Millerstown in this purple or pink box, whatever you want to call it here. If you're hearing sirens and you're not in this pink box, those sirens are not for you. Okay, over here toward northern Kentucky and in the eastern portion of the state, we do also have severe warnings for Flemingsburg, Owingsville, Mount Sterling, Jeffersonville, Winchester, and Richmond, all for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts there, as well as Vanceburg. Sorry, I missed you guys up there for a second. That tornado warning is still active for the Maysville area just south, but I believe it's going to be allowed to expire. I would be shocked if that continues on. And that camera is just getting hammered. All right, get to a few questions now at this point. Sirens are going off between Ratcliffe and E-Town. That's for the warning in Sonora, Kentucky. It does not apply to you, Autumn. Why is this storm taking so long to get through E-Town? To be honest with you, it's a big old storm. What in the world? All right, we got that person out of here. Let's go ahead and get that person out of here. Yep. What a weirdo. How are the cells moving toward BG looking? Again, no real concern with those. Hang on, I gotta ban this person real quickly, guys. I gotta stop and do what I gotta stop and do what I'm doing because we got a grown man in here acting like a child. Let me give him the spotlight he wants real quick. Ban from page. There we go. What an absolute goober. Okay. No more sirens in Litchfield now. They'll probably cycle again here in a moment. Okay, back to what we're doing here. Sorry about that. I've never seen as rude of a comment as that. If you guys don't believe I get rude comments and you're on Facebook and you saw that, I hope you believe them now. Jeez. What an absolute weirdo. Some dude told me to kill myself because I accidentally missed his comment a couple times. It helps my whole family dies in a tornado. Jeez Louise. Someone put vinegar in his orange juice this morning. Okay. We have severe warnings for Vanceburg to Moorhead to Owensville, Mount Sterling, Richmond, Nicholasville, again, all for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Oh yeah, I'm good. This is not my first rodeo. Guys, I've been doing this for 8 years. I've seen just about all the messages you can. That might have been one of the more weird ones, though. But Litchfield to Bonneville, Magnolia, Buffalo, and Sonora, tornado warning exists there. Still ongoing in that location in central Kentucky. Mumfordville to Big Clifty to Litchfield, still in that severe warning box there. And we still, of course, obviously have this line in western Kentucky as it's approaching the Bowling Green area. Let's do a little radar sweep here, shall we? And see what we have going on. Yeah, this portion of the line, as of right now, I'm sure it'll pick back up at some point, but it looks pretty much dormant. And then right here toward... Not seeing as much of that rotation now, but it's still there a little bit toward east of Litchfield, more near this Lone Star area here. Again, if you heard the sirens in Hardin County, that's only for the Sonora portion of the county. Everyone else in the other portions of Hardin County, it's not for you. Looks like they're going to allow that tornado warning to the north to expire, so that leaves us with one tornado warning right now, and that is again for that Bonneville, Millerstown, Hammondville, Tanner, Magnolia, Jonesville area. There we go. Fit you guys all in there. E-Town sounds horrible. Yeah, the thunder and lightning is going absolutely insane with those winds tonight. Is E-Town clear of a tornado? Yeah, no tornado happening in the E-Town. Your severe threat's over there. Tyra, thank you for your 50 Thank you for your 50 stars. I appreciate you. Jacob, thank you for 20 stars. I appreciate that. Jacob says I got to drive home to London at 3. Will I be okay? Most likely, my friend. Jacob, thank you for your 100 stars. Jonathan, thank you for 130 stars, dude. I appreciate you. ETA and BG, probably about 35 minutes or so. Chelsea, thank you for your 99 stars. Patricia, thank you for your 99 stars as well. I see a lot of people saying there's a new mesoscale discussion now. Let's go take a look at that. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that, Chiefo. I don't know about that, Chiefo. I love how they post. I love how they post that mesoscale discussion. But if you look at this image here, so that mesoscale discussion was for southeastern Kentucky, right? But if you look at this discussion here on Facebook from the SPC or on Twitter from the SPC, right Read what it says right there. Cooler air will limit eastward extent of threat. So it's telling you that the threat is dying. But then they turn around and put a mesoscale discussion out of a peak tornado intensity of 100 to 125, and I just don't understand some of the messaging today. I just don't understand it, and I'm really trying hard not to complain. I just don't understand some of the messaging. It's just not consistent. Jessica, thank you for your 200 stars. I appreciate you. I'm just looking at some of the comments right now. Okay. Of course, we still have that tornado warning that's still active for the Bonneville and Magnolia areas here in central Kentucky, right in the heart of the state there. Strong thunderstorms still ongoing for Brownsville, Morgantown, Dunmore, Crofton, Princeton, Nortonville, out there toward Benton as well. Those are heading south toward Hopkinsville, Bowling Green, Russellville, and Glasgow. All of those are currently non-severe. A big blob of mess over here toward Richmond, Danville, Stanford, Crab Orchard, and Springfield. No severe warnings there currently as well. A few severe warnings over here in a cluster toward Vanceburg, Flemingsburg, Olive Hill, Moorhead, and Mount Sterling, all for 60-mile-per-hour winds. So, again, it does absolutely look like the storm line is starting to come back down now a little bit here. Hopefully, it's not just a cycle, and hopefully it continues to decrease because we do have another storm threat tomorrow night, and I would like to get some sleep at some point. But I don't think tomorrow night's storm threat is all that great, in my opinion. If this one performed a little bit under par, heck, it still ended up producing 7 tornado warnings in Kentucky. We probably had about 20 severe thunderstorm warnings right now. So yeah, it underperformed a little bit because I did expect a little bit more than that. But it still has produced. It still has produced. It's really bad in Upton. Thank you for that update there. Appreciate you. Can you check Kingsport, Tennessee? We don't cover Tennessee, my friend. Weather now, Kentucky. Can E-Town, Kentucky go to sleep? You can, yes. Oh, Star Party Challenge started. People are going crazy on Facebook. Stephanie, thank you for your 100 stars. I appreciate that. Jessica, thank you for your 200. If I didn't already, thank you. Is Lebanon Junction okay? Yes, you are. Is Maysville and Bracken, Kentucky okay? I don't have news. Yes, you're all clear now. I'm not sure where Hudson's at. If you can give me a bigger city near you. Danville is getting close to being on the clearer side. You got a mess of thunderstorms all around you. Can Science Hill go to bed? The storm line has not gotten to you yet, but I don't expect much of a severe risk there. Katie, thank you for your 200 stars. I appreciate you. Roberta, thank you for your 100 stars. I appreciate you. Robbie says, I'm in bed. Well, I'm jealous of you, Robbie. I do have to admit, I missed being live here with you guys. I don't miss, all the dangerous weather, but let's be honest. I have more work to do when there's severe weather around. So I did miss it a little bit. But, it's just been a quiet spring. It's just been a quiet spring. Is Nicholasville good? Yes, you are. Oh, my goodness, you guys are going crazy with the stars right now. The star party is 50% away from being achieved. Stephanie, thank you for your 45 stars. Caitlin, thank you for your 99 stars. Carolyn, thank you for your 200 stars. Cody, thank you for your 50. Tara, thank you for your 99. And April, thank you for 145 stars. Litchfield, yes, your severe threat is over there in Litchfield. Is Morgantown good? Yeah, it's not severe there right now, but you do have the worst part of your storm line currently over you. It's about 10 minutes or so. It'll be over. Sunday, thank you for your 500 stars. Casey with 1,000 stars. Oh, my goodness. Cody with another 20 stars. Thank you guys very much for y'all's generosity. Teresa, thank you for your 200 stars. Y'all are making me lose my voice, man. Y'all are making me lose my voice. Cameron, thank you for your 99 stars. I appreciate that. Yeah, Sonora is out of the tornado warning. Oh, my goodness. Yo, YouTube chat, y'all are missing it. The Facebook chat's going absolutely insane right now. Carolyn, thank you for your 10 stars. Kayla, thank you for your 20 stars. Amy, thank you for your 99 stars. Lisa, thank you for your 500 stars. Y'all are insane. I'm sure I missed somebody in there. Taylor and Keith, thank you for your all's 99 stars as well. Berea, Kentucky. A lot of loud thunderstorms ongoing around you, but nothing severe at the moment. Russellville, you still have about an hour or so till it gets to your area. Damaging winds being the main risk. Jacob, thank you for another 1,000 stars, dude. I appreciate you a ton, man. How is Grayson County? Almost done with that severe risk there. Boy, Grayson County's been kind of a bullseye this brief spring season so far. Sexton, thank you on YouTube for the $10 super chat. I appreciate you a ton. Thank you a ton for that. That's very kind of you. You didn't have to do that. Yeah, stars are like a tip on Facebook. Someone made a post saying the line is fixing to hit BGs, releasing an outflow boundary. Is that true? I mean, probably. I can't see it on WeatherWise because I have the gate turned all the way up. But, I mean, it's pretty natural for these storm systems to produce outflow boundaries. YouTube chat, calm down. I don't want to ban people. A lot of y'all are getting out of pocket over there. Oh, my gosh, Facebook. I don't even know where I left off. Macy, thank you for your 20 stars. Jessica, thank you for your 500 stars. Haley, thank you for your 99 stars. Jackie, thank you for your 500 stars. Jeffrey, thank you for 100 stars. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. We're almost at 1,500 likes on the broadcast on Facebook. Thank you guys a ton. On YouTube, we are at, I don't even know. I don't even know how many likes, but thank you for a ton. For all of your guys' kindness, I appreciate y'all a lot. Thank you guys a ton for all the likes and shares. Again, the likes and shares are the number one way to support us, so thank you guys a lot. I'll come back to the stars here in just a second. Let me do a radar recap real quick. You guys are going crazy. So over here toward Bonneville, Magnolia, we still have that tornado warning still present here. I didn't forget about you guys. I'm going to refresh the WeatherWise app here. Seems to be going a little slower at the moment. I think I need to refresh my whole computer. Yeah, I need to refresh my whole computer. Look how slow it is to respond to what I'm doing here. Anyway, Magnolia, Bonneville, still in that tornado warning there. Mumfordville is the only area really left in that severe warning box that has a shot to see severe damaging winds there. And then over here toward eastern Kentucky, which was in the lowest risk of the day in Kentucky, still has about 4 severe warnings for Grayson, Sandy Hook, West Liberty, Frenchburg, Moorhead, Vanceburg, Owingsville, and Mount Sterling, all for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts right now. And there goes a tornado warning out there for that area as well. That's going to be for the Salt Lick, Lakeview Heights, and Pokesville area. Again, now we have a second tornado warning out there. Guys, I'm going to restart my Google Chrome real quick. I mean, it is just going painfully slow. I mean, just painfully slow. What is going on with my computer right now? I mean, my computer is like lagging a little bit. Come on, buddy. Just get on through there. Amy, thank you for your 2,000 stars. I appreciate you a ton. Holy cow. Thank you, Amy, for that. Jacob with another 200 stars. Sydney with 99 stars. Macy, thank you for your 20 stars. Jeffrey, thank you for your 100 stars. I appreciate you guys a ton. You guys are going absolutely insane with the stars tonight. Thank you guys a ton for all that. I think there was a wreck on Sonora Highway. What time do you think Springfield, Washington County will be safe to go to sleep? Here very soon. Probably within the next 15 to 20 minutes or so. Is Bowling Green safe? Well, again, that main line is starting to approach it now, so we'll keep an eye on it. Kim, thank you for your 99 stars. I appreciate you, my friend. John, thank you for your $10 super chat on YouTube. Says, could the line from Barstown hit Danville like a second round? Yeah, but again, by that point, your environment should be pretty darn worked over. Thank you for your $10 super chat, John. and now an ad while worry. Guys, we talked about this earlier. If I don't know if this is y'all's first night on social media or not, but ads are going to happen on YouTube. We're a full YouTube partner. I can't turn them all the way off. I have them on the lowest setting. I don't do our sponsor ads on these emergency broadcasts. Don't know what to tell you. Welcome to social media in 2026. You're going to get ads everywhere. I'm assuming Barstown is good to go to bed aside from the lightning risk. Yeah. Caitlin, I'll check in just a few moments. Mr. Wildcat, thank you very much. I appreciate you. I didn't mean it in a bad way. Oh, okay. Sorry. So most people mean it in a bad way when they say something about it. That's why I took it that way. I'm sorry. I'll apologize. I'm also like running on like very little sleep, so I may have just took it the wrong way. Sorry. Can we sleep in London? Well, the storm line's not to you yet, but it should be in a much weaker state by the time it gets there. Yeah, Richmond's good to go to sleep. Carolyn, thank you for your 100 stars. I appreciate you, my friend. My computer is struggling. I can feel it. I can feel it slowing down. Everything's going so much slower. You know how long until Berea could sleep? Probably about another 25 minutes or so. Severe warning box now coming out for the Campbellsville, Greensburg, Mumfordville area toward Bradfordsville as well, mainly for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts in that area. That leads me to believe this tornado warning will be allowed to expire, which I do agree with. That leaves us with the one tornado warning up here toward, what is this area again? Salt Lake, Lakeview Heights. And again, I'm not going to bother to look for rotation up there because I know this is in a radar gap. We're not going to be able to see it anyway. There's no shot. Severe warnings also exist from Vanceburg to Olive Hill to Sandy Hook to West Liberty. Again, thank you guys for all the shares and likes on the broadcast. I appreciate you guys hanging out here on a long night with us. This is our third broadcast of the day, I should say. Boy, look at Tennessee. I just happened to scroll down here and notice this. Boy, look at Tennessee. An absolute mess. Kentucky and Tennessee together once again in an absolute mess. All right, let's check on the velocities here. Let's go ahead and do a little radar sweep here. Don't really see a whole lot happening. I know the AI is trying to say something, but I don't believe it right now. Lots of very little mini bows in there, but nothing really substantial to worry about in that portion of the line toward Mumfordville. Yo, Cam, if you're watching, thank you. I just saw your text come through about the hell in Upton. Thank you, bro. Man, I miss Cam. I got to get some Fortnite in with him. Okay. Yes, I still play Fortnite. Yes, I'm a grown man. Grab out of chat. Okay. We do have... Yeah, so this to me right now over here towards Salt Lake and just east of Salt Lake looks to be the more kind of substantial portion of the line right now. We do have a little bit of a bowling segment here towards Salt Lake as it's heading toward Cave Run Lake out there in far eastern Kentucky. Mind you, no severe risk over here today. That's just how it goes in the weather world sometimes. I didn't have a severe risk over here either, so SBC is not the only ones to blame. I think it's just a bit of a weird night. I think, I like I said, I can't wait until we're kind of got a clear period this week and I can go back into tonight and take a look and see what happened because, man, it has been a weird night. It's one thing to get a system wrong. I don't even think we got it wrong. I just think it was off by 200 miles. I mean, that's the thing is why was it so off? That's what I can't wait to go look at. That's what I can't wait to go look at. Rain has slowed down on the west side of Cave Run. How do you all send stars? There's a little star button at the bottom there, that white star. McKee, Kentucky, just some loud, strong thunderstorms around you right now. Nothing really severe in that area. Yes, Sonora can go to bed. Oh, I'm getting tired now. I'm turning back into a rookie. This is why we need more storms around here. I need to get back into my rhythm. I didn't realize it, but for that storm system that came through on March 15th, we were live for 10 hours. 10 hours. And I would have been live longer, but we got cut off at 10 hours from Facebook. On Facebook, there's a rule. You can't go over 10 hours of streaming. I don't know why. Ace, thank you very much. Ace on YouTube said, "You're my star." I don't know if my wife would like that, but thank you. Is Hopkinsville good to go to sleep? It's just been wind and lightning. You know, typically I would say the line's not past you yet. You have to wait. I'm going to be honest. It's a bust out there in Western Kentucky. Let's be real with each other. I think you're fine. Marshall County good for bed? I think so. I think in that western corner of the state, I'm going to be honest with you guys, it was a bust out there. And I'm really glad it was because you had a violent environment out there today. So I'm very happy that you guys got to avoid that. I know you guys needed some rain, but you did not want it to come in that. I'm so glad you changed that message, by the way, Nick, because the first time you sent that, I was like, what in the world is he talking about? Hi and low, thank you very much. I appreciate you, my friend. Is the storm in Stanford or Lincoln County almost over? Yeah, probably about 15 more minutes or so. Saylorsville, Kentucky. I know that place. I just can't. Give me a bigger city near you. Is that southeast or northeast Kentucky? I know it's East Kentucky. I just can't remember where. Guys, you know when we get to about 2 a.m., you gotta talk to me like I'm 5. Lexington friend just texted me and said there's an F tornado head. What? An F tornado edit towards this, and I'm like, what F? Diana, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have no idea what you're trying to say, my friend. No, there's no severe threat in Lexington. None at all. Moorhead is in that severe warning for 60-mile-per-hour wind gust. Sarah, thank you for your 99 stars. I appreciate that. Says sending this to say thank you, but also no, we don't need more storm surge. Take it back. Laney, thank you for your 100 stars. I appreciate you. Keith, thank you for your 20 stars. I'll have an update for tomorrow night storms, probably around lunchtime tomorrow. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Is Owenton okay to go to sleep? Oh yeah, Owenton, yes. Sorry, I was thinking of a different place. Yeah, y'all are good to go up there. Mumfordville, almost there, probably about 10 more minutes or so. It looks like they're starting to weaken. Kristen says, yeah, they are. It's getting there. It's a gradual process, but it's getting there. How's it looking for Bowling Green, Kentucky? Severe weather? Not that great. I think it's really only a brief damaging wind risk. Looks like it's entering Warren County right now, getting close to Bowling Green. That portion of the line has just been quiet for a while, for about an hour now. All right. Again, I just kind of do a little radar sweep here with you guys. We do have that severe thunderstorm warning still active for Campbellsville, Greensburg, Bradfordsville, Raywick, Magnolia. Again, mainly for 60-mile-per-hour wind gust. A couple little Boeing segments in there, but nothing really remote, of too much of a great concern there. Up here towards Sandy Hook, West Liberty, Frenchburg, Olive Hill, Moorhead. Severe thunderstorm warnings here, but I'm not really seeing a whole lot of rotation there in that warning box. But there is still a tornado warning still active for Lick Fork, Zilpo Recreation Area, and Cogswell. Dude, some of these Eastern Kentucky names blow my mind. Blow my mind. Okay, I have got to go to the potty. We've been on here for almost 3 hours and I haven't gone yet, and I've had all this water and Pepsi. I've got to go potty. I'll be 73 seconds. Whew. Okay. What is going on in Magnolia, Kentucky? Magnolia. Give me a bigger city near you, my friend. Wait, is that the... oh, it's right there. I'm about to say I know where that's at. You got about 10 more minutes till it's all clear there. Mainly 60-mile-per-hour wind gust ongoing. Someone said they were timing. 57 seconds. That's not bad. Are we safe in Litchfield? Yes, your threat is over there. Under a minute, that was impressive. Thank you. I always try to hurry when I'm on the broadcast. How about Paintsville, Kentucky? Is that over here? Where's Paintsville at? Isn't it over here? Oh, there's Saylorsville. Someone asked about that earlier. About an hour. I don't know if you're still in here. That was a long time ago. But that's about an hour away from you at this point. Isn't Paintsville over here? Screw it. I'll just type it in. I knew it. I knew it was right above Prestonsburg. Yeah, you got about an hour until it gets to your location. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts being the main risk. I knew it. There's no way you wash your hands? Yeah, there's this great invention that came out a long time ago called hand sanitizer. Wow. Especially as a guy, like, I don't, without TMI, I don't have to touch a whole lot. I could just sanitize my hands. We're good. We're good. You guys are ridiculous. Springfield should be mostly. Where are you at? There you are. Yeah, about 10 to 15 more minutes or so, and then it should be out of there. At the warning near Moorhead again, please. Yeah, I looked over there. It looks like it's mostly past Moorhead now. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts being the main risk there. E-Town's all good. They can go to sleep. Enjoy your sleep there in Hardin County. What about Richmond? Severe threats done there as well. And Bonnieville, your severe threat's almost over, like literally 5 minutes. Any warnings for Lincoln County? Not that I see. Mount Juliet. Where is that one at? It never ceases to amaze me. I've been doing this for 8 years now on the Weather Now Kentucky page. It's hard to believe it's been 8 years, but that's how long it's been. And you guys still give me locations I've never heard of. Is there any warnings? Yes, all the yellow and purple boxes you see on your screen are warnings. So my Bowling Green peeps, it's heading into your area here very soon. This portion of the line, by the way, that's heading into Bowling Green has not been severe for about an hour and a half now. I don't expect it to suddenly turn severe. I looked at it a couple moments ago on the radar sweep. I didn't see anything there. So, again, just looks like a strong thunderstorm heading into Bowling Green at this point. W, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Is it done near Cave City? Our power just went out. Should be getting close to being wrapping up there in Cave City. Oh, Tennessee, yeah, we don't cover Tennessee. Is Falmouth, Kentucky okay? Yes. How much longer for Berea? It's coming down outside. Hey, just get used to the rain in Berea. It's going to be there the rain's going to be with you for a while. What about Greensburg? Under that severe warning for 60-mile-per-hour winds, it'll be in your area in about 10 minutes or so. Sleepy Guy, thank you very much. I love your name, by the way. Thank you for the kind words. Yes, Lebanon Junction is all good. Thoughts on the London severe level? I don't really think there's much of a severe threat there. If it is, it's a brief damaging wind threat. What about Smiths Grove, Glasgow area? Yeah, I don't really see much of a severe threat there at this point. If it is, it's damaging winds. Yes, Dunmore is going to be done very soon. I have no idea where Ewing, Kentucky is, Crystal. It's still lightning and thundering so loud in Versailles, George. I can go back to bed. Yeah, just get. I'm telling you guys, we have all been praying for rain. The next 48 hours features a lot of rain and thunder showers. Get used to it. And then it'll be really dry again for another 2 weeks. London, Kentucky, no real severe risk there, in my opinion. If it is, it's damaging winds. Lexington, your threat is all clear. Horse Cave, you should be almost done with things. Can I go to sleep in Whitley City? Yeah, I don't really see much of a severe risk there as well. There's a lot of star donations coming in as well. Sydney, thank you for your 100 stars. For your 120 stars, thank you, Sydney. I appreciate that. Rebecca, thank you for your 99 stars as well. Keith, thank you for your 20 stars. Yeah, I don't really see much of a threat in Louisa, but again, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Actually, I mean, it may hang on. You're not that far out. An hour and a half till it gets to you. If anything, it's a damaging wind gust threat. Taryn, thank you very much for your kind words. I appreciate you. Is West Liberty, what is this person asking? West Liberty's under that severe warning right now for 60-mile-per-hour wind gust. It'll be in West Liberty within the next 5 minutes or so. Bonneville, yes, you're good to go. Tornado sirens are going off on west side of Cave Run, 801, Sharkey area. Yeah, that's for this warning here, right? Yeah. That warning should be allowed to expire soon. I'm kind of surprised it's still up. Which office has that? Never mind, I'm not surprised. All right. Dude, my computer is struggling, guys. It is struggling. You see how laggy it is when I move the radar around? That's not the stream lagging. That's my computer. I need to close out of all my... What it is Google Chrome has been open too long. I've had Google Chrome open literally since 6 a.m. this morning. So, well, I guess yesterday morning now. So almost 24 hours. And it really needs to be all closed down and reopened. But obviously I can't do that in the middle of a stream, so we're going to have to just deal with it together here. The tornado sound's going off at your house and more. Oh, wait. Oh, my gosh. Hey. That might be one of the first times I've ever seen NWS Jackson cancel a warning. And I got to applaud it. There was no need for a tornado warning there. And I got to applaud it. Because, look, listen, my belief is, hey, you can be critical of people and hold people accountable. But you've also got to be able to, clap it up when people do well. And there was no need for a warning to be there. And so I'm really glad they canceled that warning. So, hey, give them a little round of applause. Sydney, thank you for your stars. I appreciate that. Oh, that was old. Jennifer, thank you for your 200 stars. I appreciate you, my friend. Got to clap it up for him. I'm also just really tired, so I'm probably being a little stupid right now, too. Oh, no, Sydney did send another 20 stars. Thank you. Campbellsville tornado? No, I don't see any. By the way, this is our first time without a tornado warning in Kentucky since 2 hours ago? So you know what? On a very low-key scale, this system did kind of perform a little bit. I mean, this is our first time without a tornado warning in almost 2 hours. So, I mean, it did kind of perform a little bit. Now, again, it didn't hit the threshold that I thought it would. I thought it would be a little bit more rowdy out there. What about Bowling Green? Just a strong thunderstorm there right now, non-severe. Thank you, AJ. I appreciate that. Yeah, I just think so. I mean, real quick, little George spiel here, because, it's 3 a.m. and we end up always doing this overnight. I think we live in a world where people are very loud when people mess up, but they're very quiet when people do well. You know what I mean? So, like, when we're raising our kids and stuff, like, I see a lot of times, like parents, for example, and I'm not saying this about anyone specifically, but think about how many times you tell your child they did something wrong to try and teach them. Well, how many times did you tell them they did something right? You know what I mean? Same thing with other human beings in the world. Like when you go to a restaurant, right? Think about it. When you sit down and you eat your food and you order your food, and maybe they messed up your steak or whatever you ordered. You send it back and you have them redo it. But when they did good, do you tell them they did good? Do you tip them a little bit more? I think we just live in a world where we're very loud about when people make mistakes, but we're very quiet when people do well. You know what I mean? And that's not about anyone in specific. I think that's just the way human nature is. So, hey, look, I know I'm critical of NWS offices, of other forecasting outlets, of everybody. But when someone does something well, we got to say it too. You know what I mean? That's just the way I look at life. It's the same way we raise our kids. When our kids do something wrong, we tell them. And whenever they don't do something wrong, or they do something right, we reward them. So anyway, tornado warning has been issued in the middle of all that for Greensburg toward Knifley, Dunbar Hill, Holmes, Hatcher, Black Knight. By the way, quick note, I was raised in Campbellsville for quite some time down there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the radar here. Little bit of a blip there. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, especially when you put on storm relative velocity, you can absolutely see it there. Good tornado warning here, approaching Greensburg right now, just on the northern side there. You see that tornado warning coming across your screen now. It is for Greensburg toward Black Gnat, Roachville, Hatcher. What are these names down here? Cane Valley, Dunbar Hill, Casey Creek. Again, tornado warning is now active for this south central Kentucky portion of the area. DB, thank you for your $5 super chat on YouTube. Says, what do you think happened in West Kentucky that stopped the storms from firing like they should have? Super glad it did. Just curious for your perspective. So I haven't looked too much, but a couple things that I did see when I briefly looked around earlier is that about 3 miles above our head. So there's different layers of the atmosphere. Our atmosphere is like, a big layered cake. And at one of the layers above, it was a little bit warmer than the layer below it. And when that happens, you have that warm air up there. It traps the storm energy down. So storms need to grow in size and root. And storms were not able to grow in size and root. We did see several little blips at times that could have gone to be some, supercells in Western Kentucky. The problem is that every time they grew, they hit that layer and they died. So that's one of the reasons. But what I'm more curious about is what's happening in Eastern Kentucky right now, where we're still having these damaging winds and tornado warnings still ongoing. I want to see what kind of happened out there. Yes, Litchfield is all clear now. Mount Olivet's all good. We do have this tornado warning active here in the south central Kentucky portion of the area. Again, just south of Campbellsville toward Greensburg and that sort of area there. Get to a few questions on the Facebook side now. You need sleep in a fish fillet? Oh, absolutely. Are you staying on until it passes Louisiana? I'm staying on until the severe threat ends. Or as long as my computer allows me. Because apparently it's starting to go crazy. Yes, Moorhead is clear. West Liberty, you should be getting close to being all clear there. Stanford, it looks like, I think the storms were just strong up there. Yeah, just strong storms towards Stanford. Non-severe right now. Just getting on, do we have any major concerns in the London area? Not in my opinion. If you see me looking down at my phone, it's because I'm looking at the Facebook comments. But the Facebook comments are not working on my computer tonight, so I'm having to do it on the phone. Okay. Columbia is not under a tornado warning. You are just outside of it, as you can see here. Here's Columbia. Here's the warning box. So just real quickly to recap, for those of you that may just now be tuning in here and hanging out here with us, good morning to you. There it is. We do have severe warnings over here for West Liberty to Sandy Hook toward Dewdrop and Green, as well as Beattyville and Jackson and Campton, Kentucky in the eastern portion of the state. Looks like that portion of the line is starting to come back down to reality now a little bit. We do have another severe warning box here all the way from Lebanon through Bradfordsville, through Campbellsville, Greensburg, and to Horse Cave, Kentucky. Bowling Green and Russellville, Elkton, that storm line is starting to approach your area as well, but it has been non-severe for about an hour and a half now, and it looks like it's going to continue to be non-severe. So really, we need to focus a little bit more in on this Greensburg area where there is definitely some rotation occurring here as this is going through more toward Black Gnat, getting close to Highway 55 there, approaching the Green River Lake area in Greensburg or Greene County, Kentucky. Yes, the sirens are going off in Adair because the very far northeastern portion of Adair County is included in that tornado warning. So unfortunately, all of Adair County is going to be hearing those sirens. But I assure you, Columbia is not included in that warning. Most of Taylor County is also not included in that warning. Yes, Bowling Green should be good to go. So in Campbellsville, your main risk right now is damaging winds. You're just north of the tornado warning box. Anastasia, yeah, that would be correct. Central City, your severe threat's over, my friend. Probably just some thunder shower activity, Greenbrier. Really scared in London for this tornado warning. Again, by the time it gets over there, it should be in a much weaker state. It should be in a much weaker state. Of course, I can't guarantee that, but it should be. What's the outlook for Paintsville area? Damaging winds being the main risk over there when it gets to you in a little bit. Matt, thank you for your 100 stars, my friend. I appreciate that. Do you see Inez getting anything tornadic? Not in my opinion. Berea, Kentucky, just some loud thunder showers around you. Nothing severe. Scottsville is all clear from that severe threat, so yes, you can go to bed. Cave City is non-severe there, just some loud thunderstorms right now. Louisa, Kentucky is not likely to see tornadoes, no. Greensburg is currently included in that tornado warning. That rotation is now on the eastern side of Greensburg. Hill in Elkton, Kentucky, thank you for the update there. What about Prestonsburg? Much like Paintsville, damaging winds being the main risk there. Let's take a look over here toward Bowling Green and Russellville. Looks like a little gust front there, which typically is just a little strong gust of winds. Nothing too crazy in that area. Finally, Western Kentucky gets something. It only took them until 3 a.m. Eastern time. Look at the storms over here toward Jackson and West Liberty and Sandy Hook into Eastern Kentucky here. Okay. Not really seeing a whole lot. There is a little bit of a punch of winds here just to the east of Jackson. About 60 miles per hour. That's a great warning there. Over here toward West Liberty and Sandy Hook. Looks like that portion of the line is continuing to weaken as it's heading east toward Louisa. But again, it looks like it's starting to weaken there. Highway 15 just to the northeast of northwest of Jackson seems to be the area where the winds are strongest over there in eastern Kentucky. Looks like the rotation may be starting to weaken a little bit. No, it's still definitely a nice little bow happening there just to the east of Greensburg now, approaching Romine along the Green River Lake there is where that rotation is kind of more prominent. It's still not anything super crazy, but it's there. Okay. Looking over here toward Glasgow, I don't really see a whole lot of anything. Let's look over here back toward Bowling Green, Russellville, Smiths Grove once again. Yeah, still not really seeing a whole lot there. Boy, Tennessee is just continuing to get hammered by all those winds there. Severe thunderstorm warning is going to stretch out now for Liberty and Columbia. Again, mainly for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts for Houstonville, Liberty to Columbia there. Okay, McKee, Kentucky, go to bed. Yeah, I mean, it looks like general thunderstorms around there. Non-severe right now in that portion of the line. I'm not sure where Elba, Kentucky is. Lexington's all clear, by the way. Is Salvisa all clear? I believe so. I'm trying to remember where that's at. Yes. Should North Taylor be in the clear now? Just about. Probably about 10 more minutes. Escape City good to go. Probably about, like North Taylor County, probably about 10 more minutes. Can Butler Green go to bed? Well, if you stayed up this long, you might as well wait 15 more minutes till the storm line passes you. Crystal, thank you for those kind words. Thank you for your 20 stars. I appreciate that. Yes, Maysville's all clear. Stanton, Kentucky. I'm just blinking. I know where these cities are, and I'm just blinking right now, and it's irritating me. Yes, you're all clear. I knew it was over there. This tornado warning has been trimmed or updated to trim off the backside. I love when they do that. Looks like the main focus of rotation is just to the north of Romine there, along the Green River Lake in Greene County. Trying to get this to where it fits everyone on the screen. Whew, I'm getting tired here. Crystal, thank you for your 200 stars. I appreciate that. Emily, it'll be cleared up pretty soon for you there in Girard. That's just the tornado warning being updated. Don't freak out. Adair County under that severe warning for 60-mile-per-hour wind gust. E-Town's all clear. Marion County, you're pretty close to being all clear there. Probably about 10 more minutes. What's the outlook for Ashland, Carter County? Again, I don't really see that much of a severe risk over there. Oh, Saylorsville's over here, by the way. I thought it was over there. No, Saylorsville, you're not all clear. You got about 25 minutes or so until that main line gets to you. Ashland, Kentucky, you're pretty much all clear. You're up here, right? Yeah. Ashland, Kentucky, you're all clear. What about Somerset? Damaging winds being the only real concern there as that storm line approaches. Yes, Marion County, you had a severe thunderstorm. Is Greensburg all clear? Just about, probably about 10 more minutes to get that core through there. Hodgenville's all clear. It's rocking and rolling in Buffalo, Kentucky, Jeff says. Thank you for that. Or Jefferson. I appreciate that. Radcliffe is all clear. Cane Valley, I'm not really sure where that's at. Let me know a bigger city near you. How's the Menifee, Montgomery County area? Damaging winds being the main risk right now. I just logged on. How is Lebanon? Pretty much all clear from that severe threat there. Just going to hear thunder showers the rest of the night. Is Mumfordville all clear? Probably about 5 more minutes. Russellville getting some small hail. Thank you for that report there. I appreciate you. Scottsville, you got about an hour until it gets to you, about 45 minutes to an hour or so. Damaging winds being the main threat there. Is Bowling Green safe to go to sleep? Probably about 10 more minutes. I mean, yeah, I think you can, but technically, if you want to wait for an all clear, about 10 more minutes. Cane Valley is north of Columbia. Oh, okay, thank you. So probably in that warning box, huh? Yeah. Cane Valley's in that tornado warning box. So, yeah, you got to stay up here for about 10 more minutes or so. Let's take a look back in at the winds that are occurring there. Definitely still a little bow that's happening there. You see how the line got kind of almost a straight line there, and then you just have this little bow out, or a little bow in, I guess you could say, from this angle. That's where some of that rotation can live, on the peak of that bow out. So, it's still a valid warning that's happening there, just north of Columbia, along Highway 55, crossing over Green River Lake there in central Kentucky. We'll say that warning for far eastern Kentucky has been canceled. I mean, we've hit the 3 o'clock window here, so the storms should really tank down. Of course, you're going to have a couple of spots hang on to their threat because they have to be annoying. Yeah, Caitlin, I just checked, I think 3 minutes ago, and there was nothing there. What should I do for Adair County? I'm in a trailer. Well, at this point, it's a little bit too late, so just get to the bathroom. Oak Grove, Kentucky. Yeah, you're pretty much good to go there. What about Bowling Green? Just a strong thunderstorm right now. Probably 45 to 50 mile per hour wind gust there. What in the world just happened to my YouTube? I just got kicked out of my YouTube live stream. Hang on, YouTube. I'm coming back. Are we still live on YouTube? No way. Did we lose the YouTube chat? Or the YouTube stream? No way. Are we good? Okay, I'm back. Woohoo! That scared me. Yes, Falmouth is okay. You're all good. Maysville's all clear. Elkton, you're mostly good. Okay. I got kicked out of my YouTube studio, and I thought we lost the live connection there for a minute. I want to say real quickly, thank you to everyone again for liking and sharing the broadcast. I appreciate you guys. I haven't said it in a while. I just want to say thank you. Liking and sharing the broadcast on YouTube and Facebook is genuinely like the number one way to support us, and following and subscribing, by the way, as well. So thank you guys again for all that. I appreciate you a ton. Oh, hey, Lauren. I didn't think anyone was still up. Are you streaming with OBS? No, I'm streaming with Meld Studio. Southeastern Kentucky clear for tornadoes? Yeah, I don't really see a tornado threat out there. Can you advise for Greensburg? Your threat's over at this point, Greensburg. I want to check back in on this area, by the way, as well. It's still definitely got a nice little bow out on it. Any correlation pops with this? Nah. Yeah, Coach Butterman. Again, thank you for the $2 super chat, but Greensburg is all clear now. Somerset damaging winds is the main threat when this line gets to you in about 45 minutes to an hour. West Liberty, just some strong thunderstorms going on up there right now. Severe warnings have been canceled up there. I'm looking in back toward Bowling Green and Russellville right now. Yeah, still not seeing a whole lot there. I wouldn't be too entirely shocked to maybe see a severe warning for Russellville to Auburn. Maybe just toward Franklin. We'll see, though. That's only one radar scan. You got to give it a couple of scans. Just not waking up in southern Stanford. I see that tornado warning has that been a long track warning. No. That portion of the line has been kind of off and on warned since Litchfield. But it hasn't been continuous. Storms just kicked back up in Mercer, Anderson County area. Thank you for the update there. Appreciate you. London, Kentucky, very low severe threat, mainly for damaging winds. Trezevant, I have no idea where that's at. You got to give me a bigger city near you, my friend. Is Brownsville good? Yes, you're all clear there in Brownsville. Campbellsville, your threat is nearly over. Probably like 3 or 4 more minutes. Let that main portion of that line get past you a little bit more. What about Cadiz, Kentucky? No severe threat there anymore. Dawson Springs is all clear. No, Mount Vernon should be pretty good to go. Is Stanford good? Yeah. AccuWeather just issued a severe tornado warning for Bowling Green. What? No, there's no official tornado warning for Bowling Green. unless it's just popped up and it hasn't popped up on my stuff yet. It looks like just a strong thunderstorm for the Warren County area. That portion of the line has not been severe for 2 hours at this point. Greensburg's all clear now. They did have a tornado warning just a short while ago. Mayfield's all clear. Please do not spam. Please. Barberville, I got about 2 hours-ish or so until it gets to you. Sorry, I'm getting chilly in here. You got about 2 hours or so until it gets to your location. By that point, it should be in a much weaker state, but damaging wind risk on a low scale is still present. LaRue County's all clear. Berea, Kentucky's pretty much all clear. Can Bowling Green go to sleep? Yeah, I mean, I really don't see much of a severe threat there, but the main line's not past you for another 10 minutes. Yes, Athena's all clear as well. Lisley says, is London going to be okay? Super tense from that last year's tornado. Yeah, I don't really see a tornado threat there. In your opinion, is there a better app than the Lex 18 Storm Tracker app? Yeah, WeatherWise is leaps and bounds better. Weird, a lot of nocturnal tornadoes. Not really weird. Most of your tornadoes in Kentucky come at night. Your radar doesn't seem to be moving. Yeah, I don't have the motion on. Can Cane Valley near Columbia go to bed? Yes, I believe so. Let me just zoom in and check real quick. Yeah, you're now out of the... now, you're still in your severe warning box, but you're out of the tornado warning box. Very small hail, Caitlin. It's probably melting before it even hits the ground. Let's do a little radar sweep here, guys. See what we have going on. Start over here toward Russellville, Bowling Green, Plano, Alvaton, all those good areas. Just a few little spikes of wind, 40, 45 miles per hour. Nothing severe there. Glasgow looks good. Edmonton looks good. Columbia looks like... Oh, I need to switch radars here. Definitely a decent little wall of winds. A little bit of a bow out still happening here, but it looks to be very disorganized at this point. Almost looks like more like a downburst of winds there. More toward Dunbar Hill and Neatsville, where that tornado warning is active at. Liberty to Houstonville, 60 mile per hour wind gust, the main threat there. Over here toward Jackson, still indicating potentially 50 to 60 mile per hour winds there. That's about it so far. Everything else is just strong thunder showers. Or thunderstorms, I should say. How many minutes till it's over in a Bowling Green? Probably about 10 to 15 minutes. Sirens are going off in Adair. Yeah, because, again, that warning is technically in Adair County. Yes, Gamblesville is all clear. Nothing bad to worry about in Glasgow. No, I didn't see anything there on that radar sweep to worry about. London's still a very low severe threat. Damaging winds the main risk. Yeah, so that thunderstorm in Bowling Green is not even severe. You guys are okay, I promise you. Any tornado sighting in Campbellsville? I haven't heard of anything like that yet. Thank you, Lauren. What did that person say? So are storms still in the same area? So are those storms still in the same area then if your radar isn't moving? I mean, it automatically updates every 3 minutes, so it moves forward. Lexington, you still got several hours of rain ahead, but the severe risk is over. Hodgenville and Campbellsville is all clear, yes. Edmonton and Metcalf, I didn't really see a whole lot on that scan I just did. Getting loud in McKee. Thank you for the update there out of McKee. Yeah, just a generally strong thunderstorm there right now, non-severe. Don't really see much of a severe risk in Hazard, but a low-end damaging wind risk is present. No problem. Thank you for asking. Sirens going off of Columbia, yeah, because the warning is still technically in Adair County, but Columbia is not included in that tornado warning. Greensburg is no longer in the box. What about Monticello? I don't really see much of a severe risk there, but a low-wind damaging wind risk does exist. Yeah, I mean, if you want to, Edmonton, if you want to wait for an all clear, probably would be 20 more minutes. But yeah, I don't really see much of a severe risk there. Is there a confirmed tornado in Adair County? No, I haven't seen any confirmations yet. Is Campton clear? Yes, you are. Boyle County, you're pretty much clear at this point. Boyle County's Danville, right? Can I go to sleep in Somerset? Well, I mean, you do have a tornado warning about 45 miles to your west. So I guess you can make that decision yourself, but that's up to you. It should die down by the time it gets to you. But that's just the information I can provide. Bowling Green, Kentucky, that storm there is non-severe, so yes, you are safe. It probably just sounds a lot worse than what it actually is. Didn't mean to do that. Did you see my face I made, Lauren, after I saw the message? I was like, why did she delete that? That wasn't even bad. Storm was moving through about 12 miles per hour. Thank you. How long until Berea can go to sleep? Oh, you're fine. Just loud thunderstorms there. Is it bad for Jackson? The worst of it should be past Jackson by now. Boyle County is Danville. Okay. Man, I am so rusty at these I used to be able to do 7 to 10 hour broadcasts, no problem. I think I'm getting old. Big shout out to our sponsors. You guys have seen them scrolling at the bottom left portion of your screen. They know and you know we don't do big advertising spills on our broadcast, on our severe alert day broadcasts like this. But I just want to say a big shout out to them. They're the reason we could be here for you guys 24/7. So I hope you guys consider supporting them. That's right. Implement 3D Heating and Cooling, Plato's Closet, Once Upon a Child, Certified Diesel Power in E-Town, Creature Comfort Inn in Brandenburg. I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody. But just a big thank you to our sponsors, for real. Arville, are you meaning Russellville? Yeah, if you're meaning Russellville, then yeah. Thank you, Nicole. I appreciate that. Tornado warning just north of Nashville. Yeah, Brendan, it's a fun time, man. Franklin, Kentucky, got about 40 minutes or so until it gets to you. Mainly a damaging wind risk by that point. Jacob, thank you for your 20 stars. I appreciate that, my friend. Can Smith's Grove go to sleep? Smith's Grove, that's, yeah, you're good to go. Can Corbin go to bed? Well, I mean, technically the line hasn't gotten to you, but I really don't see much of a severe risk there. London, Kentucky, mainly damaging wind risk by the time it gets to you in about an hour and a half. Glasgow, no real risk there. Most of it's already past you. Roane County, yeah, you're pretty much clear at this point. I mean, it's pretty close. It's pretty close. Litchfield's good to go. Severe warning now extended out towards Somerset, Science Hill, London, East Bernstadt, Burnside. Again, 60-mile-per-hour winds being the only real risk there. Man, the storm lines get messy, which is a good thing. And again, messy storm lines mean weakening storm lines, so that's a good thing. You don't need to be in the basement in Campbellsville. Yeah, Halloween. I mean, if anything, it'll just be loud and rowdy. Thank you, 10,000 Crabs on YouTube. I appreciate that. Yes, Cave City's good to go. Well, I think it's time to oil up my chair. Chloe, thank you very much. I appreciate you. What about Bowling Green? Still just a strong thunderstorm. Still just a strong thunderstorm, not severe. Yes, tornado sirens are going off in Adair County, but they're not for Columbia. Yes, Cane Valley is good to go. Tornado warning has been canceled. We are now at a spot where we have no tornado warnings in Kentucky. Yes, Campbellsville is good to go. Jacob, thank you for your 50 stars. Says lots of lightning in London. How are we looking for the rest of the night? Mainly a damaging wind risk. Nothing you guys can't handle. Look, once you've been through an EF4 tornado, 60-mile-per-hour winds is like going through a roller coaster. It's nothing for y'all. Dude, I'm running out of gas. Man, I gotta knock the rust off. We need some more storm systems here. Does lower half near Kentucky-Tennessee line have to worry about those storms heading to Kentucky from Tennessee? No, those are moving east. Y'all are good. Our graphics guy, by the way, fun fact, Mr. Pettis, is from this portion of Tennessee. I'm not going to tell you where, obviously. So hope he's doing okay down there. They're getting slammed. As for us, our storm line is weakening. Usually when you start to see a radar become this messy, you know it's that the severe threat's not going to last much longer. Yes, Campbellsville's going to go to sleep. Lauren, if that person does that one more time, just 5 minutes, I think you can tell which person I'm talking about. You need some coffee and a 5-hour energy. I've had way too much caffeine already, and plus I don't think we'll be on here much longer, as now another severe warning has been canceled. So now we're just left with the Somerset area. Spartan Roofer, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Have a good night, my friend. Yes, it's okay to go to sleep in Berea. Just woke up from sirens and I dare. What's going on? Do we have a tornado? No, you're all clear now. Those sirens have been going on for 20 minutes. You just now woke up. I bet you're late for. I bet you're late. I know you're late for work a lot. All right, I'm gonna time this person out on Facebook. Guys, Bowling Green is fine. Fine. All right. Lauren, if you're still in here, can you get that person? I'll give you that person all clear about 14. Thank you. I knew you knew who I was talking about. You're just timing them out for like 5 to 10 minutes, right? Look, guys, we've gotten to about 4 a.m. here almost. We've gotten to the point where we're not tolerating any more of the spam. Now, for those of you that have not had your question answered, that's one thing. But this person on YouTube, I answered their question 4 times. I don't know where Sincil is. Bath County, you're pretty much good to go, my friend. Wayne County is pretty much good to go. Brandon, thank you very much, my friend. Have a good night, dude. Franklin, Kentucky, just a loud thunderstorm about to come through there here very soon. Non-severe. Do you think Somerset's going to get bad? Just going to alert my phone? No. I mean, I think it's a 60-mile-per-hour severe threat there for severe winds. Nothing you guys can't handle. Good thing it was. Yeah, no kidding. Is it good to sleep in London? Yeah, I mean, it's a marginal severe thunderstorm warning for 60-mile-per-hour winds. Now, obviously, you want to remain indoors, but if you're sleeping, I'm assuming you're indoors. So again, I think you're pretty much good to go there in London. Of course, I'll let you guys know if any of that changes, but I don't really see a whole lot there. I imagine that warning will probably end up getting canceled at some point. Who's responsible for Somerset? Jackson? And I'm assuming this is Louisville? Yeah. I assume if it keeps continuing to decrease, that this warning will probably be canceled. We'll see. Oh, I can see the end in sight. The end of the severe threat is in sight. We've got 2 lines that are about to come together and create a massive rain shower event out in eastern Kentucky. Lori, have a good night, my friend. Caitlin is still non-severe. You're fine. Fort Campbell is fine. South of Glasgow is fine as well, in my opinion. Woo, I got to wake up. Eric, I got you, my friend. You have a good one. Which radar model on WeatherWise should I use to watch the lines move through with polygons like this? Right now I'm on composite, and then you have to go in here to the triangle up somewhere in your phone to the triangle and turn on the warnings. Whoa. What is this? Oh, an observed. This is an observed tornado warning just north of Nashville. Interesting. Just a messy line of thunder showers at this point. Goku, I appreciate you. Bowling Green storms sound nasty. Yeah, a lot of lightning, I would assume, with those. Thankfully, they are still non-severe there in Bowling Green. Yes, Tasha, that's correct. Why does it have a tornado possible tag? Because this warning did come from a previous tornado warning, so they're just being careful. Lauren, there's no risk for a tornado in Bowling Green right now. It's just winds at this point. So if the crazy winds are over in Auburn, are we in the clear? That is correct. Monticello, don't really see much of a severe risk there for you. Mainly damaging winds, if anything. Yes, if the line is past you, you are good. Moorhead is okay. You're all clear there. Gallatin's just north of that tornado warning. All right, good night, Allie. Yes, Greene County's good to go now. Do you think there's any risk of a tornado in Somerset? I can't say it's 0, but I would say it's probably like 1%. Very, very, very incredibly low. Macy, thank you very much. I appreciate that. No, I don't see any more severe risk for Shepherdsville or Bullock County. Thank you, Sophie. Southern Warren County, just a strong thunderstorm right now, non-severe. Yes, McKee is still good to go. These storms are moving southeast. That's correct. Allie, thank you very much. Greenbrier, I hope I'm saying that correctly. Thank you very much as well. DB, have a good night out there in Bowling Green. These storms are moving southeast. Melissa Cynthiana is good to go up there. Southern Russell County, almost clear there. About 10 minutes or so until that line gets to your area. Non-severe, just strong. Tasha says, any thoughts on the current severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible tag for London? Yeah, I really don't think there's a tornado that, all that possible there. They're probably just being more careful because there was just a tornado warning back in Columbia with this particular portion of the line. So probably just being a bit more careful there. Yes, we're live on YouTube as well. We're live on YouTube and Facebook. There are no tornado warnings in Kentucky. Lexington's just rain. Yeah, it'll wane off after another 90 minutes or so. Yeah, Columbia's all clear now. The storm in Nashville is shaking the traffic cameras on I-65. Yeah, it's absolutely rocking with winds down there in the Music City. Yeah, Richmond's good to go for the night. Do you think that Do you think that the severe thunderstorm warning could be dropped? It's possible. It just depends on how it tracks over the next little bit. Glasgow's all clear. Scooter, thank you very much. You have a good night, my friend. Alicia, no, you're good to go. Jacob, thank you very much for those kind words. Hart County's good to go now, by the way, Megan. Marion County's good to go as well. When will Bowling Green stop raining? Probably not for another 48 hours. I mean, for real, we have a lot of rain coming. Sean, thank you very much for those kind words on YouTube. I appreciate that. Are you talking about on weather-wise, Aztec? Yes, you can go up to the triangle and hit the settings on the warning settings inside that triangle and go in there and turn off what you want. Is Russellville good to go to sleep? I would say so. Mallory, I see your 2 comments there. Yeah, unfortunately, Mallory, I can only see so many comments and stars at a time, so I'm sorry if I missed your comment and your stars there. Edmonton, you're good to go. No tornadoes for Bowling Green. What do you expect for Bell County? Mainly just damaging wind threat, low wind damaging wind threat. ETA for Somerset, probably about 25 minutes, 20 to 25 minutes. Bradfordsville? I don't even know where that's at. Oh, Marion County? Yeah, you're good to go then. I'm going to do a radar sweep here, make sure we have nothing going on here. Yeah, it's just too messy. That's just too messy. I really wouldn't be all that shocked if this warning gets canceled in Somerset and Science Hill if it continues on to be this messy. It's just too messy there. Don't see any real rotation. Don't really see. There is some straight line winds, probably 40, 50 miles per hour. But I don't think that quite meets severe levels. We'll see, though. We'll see how the next couple of scans go. Caitlin, I just checked. It's all good to go. I mean, there's nothing over here. Nothing. I know there's this little AI signature here, but there's nothing. How about West Liberty? You're good to go. Burkesville, I don't really see that much of a threat there. Just kind of zooming in here, making sure. Yeah. I mean, damaging wind threat maybe in about 40 minutes or so. But again, I don't think it's that incredibly high. Seems like these storms fell apart a lot sooner than expected. Well, I said the severe window was 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. and we're sitting here at 3:43 a.m. So I think it's right on time. The storms in Tennessee are moving straight east. They're not coming to Kentucky. Burkesville, about 40 minutes till the main line gets to you. Well, actually about 25, 30 minutes till the main line gets to you. Don't really see a whole lot of a severe threat there. Good light show in Liberty. Yeah, lots of lightning tonight. Are we clear in Bowling Green? You are. Yeah, Paintsville's good to go. Columbia's good to go. Okay, Shay, don't spam. That's definitely not how to get things done. Should Bowling Green be worried? No, Bowling Green's all clear from severe threats. Lauren, thank you, my friend. I appreciate you hanging out as long as you could. Well, Charles, I mean, if you've stayed up this long, the main part of the line is going to be in Somerset in about 15 to 20 minutes. Albany, Kentucky is pretty much good to go. I mean, again, may have a slight damaging wind risk by the time it gets to you down there in about 45 minutes or an hour or so. It just doesn't look all that impressive. Where's Casey County? Oh, it must be right. Or it must be right in here. Well, Casey County, you're still under that severe warning, by the way, for whoever was asking about that. 60 mile per hour wind gusts being the main threat there. Check back in on the velocities here. There are a couple little small spikes here. Let's see what this is kind of reading at. 62, 63, so right about 60 miles per hour in those very small portions just to the west of Nancy. I'm pretty sure that this is it, though. Because this is clearly dying out here to the east. I'd be shocked if any of those go back to severe warned. This stuff down here toward Bowling Green, Glasgow, Summershade, and Burkesville, this is going to run into that Tennessee stuff and just create an absolute mess of rain. So I really doubt that goes severe. I think this is it. I really do. I wouldn't be entirely shocked if we get one or two more severe warnings. But as far as a real risk, I think this is it. Truly. I mean, and even this is starting to look real messy. Like not in a bad way, just in a way of just like it just looks messy. I'm not sure where Hickory, Kentucky is. Again, guys, if you guys know you kind of live in a smaller town, give me a bigger city near you, please. So I can help answer your question a little bit faster. Campbellsville's all clear. Oh, Alvin, thank you very much. There will be more storms tomorrow night with a slight severe risk for the southern half of Kentucky mainly. And then we have more rain lingering into Wednesday morning, and then we go into a much cooler and drier stretch. We don't cover Tennessee, my friend. Yes, Campbellsville is all clear. Northern Pulaski County around the line with Lincoln and Rockcastle. Damaging wind gusts of up to 60 miles per hour is possible with that severe warning in that area there. Looks unorganized. It's absolutely unorganized. That's why I think this might be our last warning of the night. I wouldn't be shocked if we see maybe one or two more, but I think this is our last warning of the night. Paducah's all clear. Owensboro, you've been clear for about 3 hours now. Oh, hi, Taylor. I didn't realize that was you. I'm like halfway asleep right now. Yes, Ratcliffe is all clear. Amber, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Welcome to all the new subscribers, by the way. Thank you guys for subscribing on YouTube. Welcome to all the new followers on Facebook. Thank you for following on Facebook. Alberton, you have a strong thunderstorm right now, my friends, down there, but it is non-severe. So go to bed in London. I mean, you guys have been through way worse down there. I don't think you're going to even bat an eye at this. All good, no worries. I appreciate you tuning in. Manchester looks fine, Tasha. You think that warning will be any more than that? I'm sorry, I don't understand what you're trying to ask me, Samaya. Franklin's not technically all clear, but I just don't see much of a severe risk there. Goodness gracious, Tennessee. Just getting slammed down there. 70-mile-per-hour warning. See what could have been? See what could have been, chat? Hey, we did technically have, I think, 8 or 9 tornado warnings and probably about 25 severe thunderstorm warnings at this point. So we still had quite the rowdy day for some of you in Kentucky. But what could have been, I'm telling y'all, it could have been real nasty today. Especially in Western Kentucky. It could have been real nasty. But thankfully, no supercells formed. So, Mumfordville, Kentucky's all clear. Fort Campbell's all clear. This rain is wild. Yeah, the rain's falling incredibly heavy tonight because of the incredible amount of moisture that we have. Corbin and Barberville, I don't really see much of a severe threat there. Mainly a very low-end damaging wind risk. Pikeville and Pike County don't really see any severe risk there at all. Yeah, I mean, that environment today out there toward West Kentucky, and Paducah, Murray, Mayfield, toward Owensboro, Henderson, that environment out there, man, goodness me, it was juiced. I mean, if anything had matured and rooted out there, you're talking about a really significant or violent severe weather episode out there that could have happened. That did not happen. So we're very happy about that. Paintsville's good to go. Monticello, don't really see much of a severe threat for you, just loud thunderstorms. Angela, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Summer Shade, I think you're in that severe warning there, right? You're near Somerset, right? Where is Summer Shade at? See, you are just giving me these small towns, and I don't know where none of this is. I'm just messing with you. I'm just giving you a hard time. Metcalfe County. Yeah, so technically not all clear, but looks like just mainly loud thunderstorms there right now. All right, I've got to turn this AC up. It is cold in here. Hopkinsville's all clear. Gallatin's all clear. We don't cover Tennessee, my friend. Moorhead's all clear. Plano, just a strong thunderstorm there right now, non-severe. Bowling Green is all clear. Leslie, thank you very much. Corbin, Kentucky, low wind risk when it gets to you in about an hour. What is the pink to the left of Somerset? Just some heavier rainfall. How long does it take to get past you once it starts? Well, the severe window shuts about 20 minutes after it starts, but the rain will stick with you for about 2 hours. Moore, Kentucky is all clear. Middlesboro, Kentucky, tornado possibility, about 0.01%. Laura, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Franklin, Kentucky, strong thunderstorms around that area, but really not a whole lot of severe risk for, in my opinion. Barahona, I hope I'm saying that correctly. I'm so sorry if I'm not. Thank you for the 10 stars. I appreciate that. Somerset, Kentucky, under that severe thunderstorm warning for 60-mile-per-hour winds. It's starting to knock on your door now. Whitley City, I don't really see much of a severe risk there, to be honest with you. Pulaski County, under that severe thunderstorm warning right now in Pulaski County. Woo-wee. It's been a while since we've done a broadcast like this, you all. I'm out of practice here. Yeah, Pembroke, I don't really see much of a threat for you. Lexington's all clear. Lexington, you've been all clear for about an hour and a half now. Yeah, those winds through Greensburg were pretty rowdy at times, that's for sure. Kristen's pretty high tomorrow, my friend. Grayson County, you're all good. Livingston, Kentucky, you're pretty much good to go. Yeah. Northern Laurel and London, good to go to bed. It keeps starting and stopping. Yeah, the main line will be in London in about 40 minutes or so. 60-mile-per-hour winds are the main threat there. Prestonsburg area is good to go, my friends. Yeah, Corporate Kentucky, I don't really see much of a severe threat for you. Mainly a damaging wind threat when it gets to you about an hour and 15 minutes or so. What about Eubank below Somerset? In that severe thunderstorm box as well, so it's the same threat as Somerset. 60-mile-per-hour wind gust, the main thing there. Safe to drive to hazard. I mean, if you're comfortable driving in the rain, you should be fine. Jeffrey, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Laney, I hope I'm saying that correctly. Thank you very much for tuning in. Yes, Fort Campbell's all clear. Frankfurt's all clear. Scottsville's all clear. Bath County should be good to go. When does the warning go away for Somerset? I believe it expires in about 30 minutes or so. 21 minutes. Was there a radar indicated rotation in Campbellsville or just rotation? There was no radar indicated tornado in Campbellsville. It was just south of you in Greensburg where that was at. Yeah, Timothy, we caught it. Tornado just left Taylor County. That's not accurate. Is Tompkinsville, Kentucky okay? Yeah, there's some strong thunder showers all around you. Don't really see much of a severe risk there. Sonja, Pulaski County once again in that severe thunderstorm warning for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Yeah, the rain is when the rain first gets to you, it's going to be incredibly heavy. Any confirmed tornadoes in Kentucky tonight? Not yet. You probably won't get any confirmations until probably Tuesday. Or I'm sorry, not Tuesday, but Wednesday morning. Okay, Sanja, I've already answered you specifically twice, so we're going to move on from that. Brenda, have a good night, my friend. Thank you for tuning in. Am I okay to sleep in Barberville? I think so. I mean, you might have a very low wind damaging wind risk there in about an hour and 15 minutes or so, but it's nothing I think you really need to stay up for. Yes, we needed this rain incredibly bad throughout Kentucky. The storm was moving slow. Yeah, it's starting to slow down because there's so much rainfall getting in the way. check the radar out here. Timothy, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm just not seeing a whole lot with this Somerset warning. Anyone in Somerset tonight, let me know what's happening there. I'm just not seeing a whole lot myself. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure the rain is incredibly heavy, and there probably are some 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts. I'm not really seeing the 60 miles per hour at this point, but it is in a radar gap, so I may not be seeing it fully. Yes, this warning ends at 4:15 a.m. Eastern Time. Bowling Green is good to go. No severe threat there. Just loud thunderstorms. Jackson, thank you for the update out of Nancy, Kentucky. Yes, Sonja, once again, Somerset is in that Pulaski County area, Mount Victory, all those areas around there. 60-mile-per-hour severe thunderstorm warning right now. It'll be over in about 20 minutes. I'm north of 80 before Science Hill, and it's windy and pouring rain. Thank you, Kayla. I appreciate that. Heavy rain, thunder, wind gusts, a little lightning. Thank you very much. The worst thing in Somerset so far is just the loud rain. Yeah, I imagine. So when it came through Radcliffe, which is about the same portion of the line, by the way, that's going through Somerset. I live in Radcliffe. And when it came through, the rain was just incredibly loud and heavy. Yeah, the rain is very heavy today. All right, we're gonna time that person out. I don't know how I am just I feel like I'm a broken record at this point. Deborah, thank you very much. I appreciate you, or that other Deborah, I should say. Rain, a little wind, and some loud thunder coming from Somerset. That's what I figured. I don't really think it's quite severe level at this point. But I'm sure they're just being safe. You kind of have to be a little bit safer out there in that Somerset area because it is kind of a radar gap, so you can't tell for certain what's happening there. What about Franklin, Kentucky? Just heard it was a tornado in Hendersonville. What? No, I mean, Franklin, Kentucky's good to go. I mean, just a lot of loud thunder showers around you. DJ, what's up, my dude? I figured I'd see you at some point tonight. I can't tell if they were worried or just trolling. Judging by the way the name is spelled, I wonder if they just simply couldn't understand what I was saying. South Somerset here, and it's pretty quiet. A couple loud cracks of thunder, nothing crazy. Yeah, it'll be there probably soon for you. I was just curious of what was happening at Somerset. If the line passes us, we're good to... Yeah, if that front edge of the line passes you, you're good to go. I really, by the way, I really think this is our last severe warning of the night. This line looks like it's completely dying off. Thank you, George. We are in London, and that tornado last year hit 1 minute away from us. Wow, Destiny, that's too close. That's too close. That is too close. Just hopped in. Can Elkton, Kentucky go to bed? Yeah, I think you're fine. Did you know yawns are contagious? Yeah, sorry about that. How do you tell if the line passes you? Oh, trust me, you'll hear it. You'll hear it. You're ready to start getting ready to head to West Tennessee. Avoided going yesterday thanks to you. Thank you, DJ. Oh yeah, I guess yesterday is technically yesterday. We've been up so long. I still think I'm on Monday here. It's Tuesday. Lynette, thank you for the Lynette said $50 on Venmo. Thank you for that donation. That's incredible. Sorry I missed that earlier. I feel bad now. Yeah, I mean, what are you going to? How are you going west first and then south? If you go west first and then south, that'll be much better. Don't go south and then west, or else it's going to be absolutely miserable drive. Maybe go up to the parkways, huh? Is that where you're going? Going up to the parkways, over, and then maybe south? Because man, if you go south first and then west, it's going to be a hellacious drive. Glasgow, Kentucky, you're fine. All good there. Peyton, thank you for the update out of South Somerset. Some of the loudest thunder I've heard in a long time. Yeah, really, it's our first really storm-fueled storm threat of the year. So, yeah, a lot more lightning than we've heard so far this year. Caitlin, you have a good night, my friend. I appreciate you. Yeah, Sean, it's probably just some hail that's melting before it hits the ground there. And a vertical integrated liquid can also just indicate heavier raindrops as well. A couple of little spikes of wind here. Let's measure these real quickly. Looking like, well, that's definitely not accurate. There's no way yeah. Okay, so those are just radar feedback. Overall, though, let's measure. This is probably the more truth over here. Looking like about 15 to plus about 25. It's about 40-mile-per-hour winds there on the radar. Anvil, Kentucky's good to go. What did this person say? Not storm related, but I literally do not know how you stay up so late and deal with the lack of hey, listen, I have a 2-year-old and a 6-month-old. Trust me, I'm fine. Trust me, I'm fine. Williamsburg, again, not much of a severe threat there in my opinion as well. Danville, Kentucky's all clear. Danville's fine. How long until it reaches Williamsburg? Probably about just under an hour or so. Downtown Somerset, we're getting really heavy rain, some wind and lightning. All right, so nothing you guys can't handle down there in Somerset. Listen, guys, at this point, I think this storm system is dead. So we're going to wrap up the broadcast here. And for the last hour or so, I've been giving all clears and everything. Guys, I think it's done. I think it's done. I don't see, I mean, like I said, I wouldn't be entirely, I guess, floored if there was maybe one more rogue severe warning or two, but they would be very marginal warnings at best. The tornado threat is almost assuredly done. The only threat that exists now is maybe 50 to 60 mile per hour winds, which those are marginally severe. And really, they're not even life-threatening as long as you're inside, which it's 4 a.m., so most of you should be inside anyway. So I think at this point, it's a good time to wrap up the broadcast. We've been live with here live on this one for 4 hours. The other one was 2 hours. And then we had the broadcast this morning. So about 8 hours of streaming today for you guys. And, of course, all the posts in between. So I hope you guys – I know for some of you, the storm system kind of busted a little bit, but especially talking about you, Western Kentucky. And for some of you, Eastern Kentucky, it overperformed. That's just how it goes sometimes. We do have another storm threat tomorrow night. I'll probably post about that in the morning. I might make a little post now and schedule it for the morning and then make another post around lunchtime because I will be sleeping in. I'm tired. I don't think tomorrow's incredibly severe. I think you're more so just looking at more rowdy, loud thunderstorms. But I think at this point, it's a good time to wrap it up. We've answered a lot of questions over the last hour and a half. I just don't really see much more of a severe risk here. All right, and if there is, it's going to be loud, heavy rain and some, periodic gusty winds. That's about it. And loud does not mean severe. All right. So, that said, let's wrap this bad boy up. Thank you so much for tuning in with us tonight. Make sure you have our notifications turned on for tomorrow night's storm system and follow us, all that good stuff. Subscribe, whatever it may be, wherever you're watching at. I'm George Harbeck, Chief Forecaster here with Weather Now Kentucky. Stay safe out there, friends. Until next time, I just messed up my outro. That's how tired I am. Anyway, see you guys later.